times I let you in and then you let me down. I can't be bothered, so I need you back around. All the times I let you in and then you let me down. I should really let you go now. I can't seem to put the phone down. I've been lying here alone now. I should really let you go now. Finding a way to your heart. I can't see straight in the dark. Finding a way to your heart. I can't see straight. I should really let you go now. I can't seem to put the phone down. I've been lying here alone now. I should really let you go now. And the more I think of you, I need you here with me. Yeah, you can come around, baby. Look what we found, baby. Yeah, baby, look what we found. Yeah, baby, look what we found. And the more I do, 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 and the more, and the more, and the more.
Two different levels, I cannot relate. You never win if you playing it safe. It's all a game until you get played. You speaking so loud with nothing to say. Hey, I'm betting it down on me.
After 6 MLS seasons, Adam has finally brought Craig his very own Pandy soundboard. Let's see how much he likes it.
Thanks, Adam. Finally. Well, that's not quite what I expected. Interesting looking soundboard.
Now let's see what wonderful sounds the Pandy soundboard can do.
Let's test it out, I suppose.
Come on! Let's go! Fight me, you bitch!
Sort of shit's this?
Ah, fuck, Jesus Christ!
Hot piece of garbage.
Ah, fuck! Let's go! Good day.
Recommended.
Buy your very own Pandy soundboard today. Only £420 and 69p. Nice.
Here is what you don't get. The team business goes through me.
Are you a fucking retard?
Sure am.
Do you not believe in wearing masks?
No. Do I look like some sort of fucking comic?
And are you a bit of a simp pervert?
Oh boy, am I.
Then boy, do I have the product for you. Introducing Gamer Girl Mask Thong.
I can't wait to try it. Wow, those slow boys at the local Tesco's won't even know I'm not wearing a mask now. And I can still walk around like a complete and utter pervert. Thanks, Gamer Girl Bath Thongs. Wow, thanks, Gamer Girl Bath Thongs. Here's to you.
Xilex Zero, who is arguably one of the most tactical and macro-intensive players in the league.
I finally read through all these goddamn messages. It's honestly goddamn hilarious what you all are like as grown fucking men. Urza, you won't bear any knuckle, cunt, bro. You're a skinny weeb who worships anime, princesses, and plays League with Korean voices. Jack, you're a fat cunt who can't walk 10 yards without being out of goddamn breath, let alone talk about giant people. L-O-fucking-L, bro, alright? You're literally bitching in a Discord like these guys are upset that they have missed out on some private club. Grow the fuck up, boys. Alright?
Why don't people just play on a different fucking day to finish their series, like you guys have lives or something? I smell fucking bullshit. We are gamers. Pick a different day, set a time, play your last game, stop pussying out. If you can't take 40 minutes out of one day in a week, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Just sort it out. I'll wake up at fucking 4 a.m. to play a game if you want. Adult men, grow up game. Pussy.
and Leo is completely choked because of that, but Atlas Flame is just completely turned on. None of his team is following up on his aggression, and he's completely punished, but now Des is in the exact same spot. I is going to try and get some CC, or to the fact that Vic dies and his clone dies, they just keep going forward, completely kills off Urza, flashes full, another kill onto Jin, and the healing from the Bloodburster gets himself a pentakill.
They're going to bring up Gwyn again. I've seen this before. It happened on Archon. It's going on. Flashes in for the big swing. Meanwhile, Gwyn tries to focus out the MF. He's not going down. He's one feeling. Pulls out this on the Lydia goes down on the back foot. Zinzal's going to try and clean up the Gwyn, but he's living for so long. And he does trade with the Zinzal, but that denies Baron. It's time! We made it, boys! MLS Season 10 Finals. We're here. We did it. We survived. The big day is upon us. A decade all ends here today, and hopefully we got some nice games to round it off. I'm joined by the one and only, our overlord, our master in commands. We've got Adam. And we've got the mastermind behind the production, all this lovely graphics you see here, everything behind us, everything in front of us. We're live in the studio with the production
Several
man
buttons
himself,
are being
Andy, as well. It's a momentous day, boys. How are we feeling?
Emotional, mixed. I mean, what is it? For you guys, it's 10 years. For me, it's 13 years in the making. So, yeah, weird. All finishing today.
Oh, it feels strange. I mean, I feel a little bit sad. I feel a little bit excited. I mean, a very strange turn of events here. Even though our respective teams, haven't made it to the finals, we are going to be appearing in the finals, which is going to feel probably more like a for fun finals. But I think everybody here is just eager to see some games. But before we get into the games,
it's been quite a poetic ending.
Yeah, almost.
With you
like
guys being in the finals as well.
It's definitely a strange set of circumstances, but hopefully it should be enjoyable for everybody watching. But before we dive into the games, how about we get a little bit reminiscent about where the MLS started, where it came from, sort of the reasoning behind it all, and who better to kick it off than Adam himself.
Well, yeah, what do I say? I mean, you sort of touched there on it being a for-fun finals, but in some ways, I think that's kind of a poetic way for it to go, because that is how it all started, really. I don't think anyone here really remembers. Even Jack, I don't think you go all the way back.
No, I don't know.
No, I mean, if people are interested, a bit of history behind it. So the MLS started, can you believe it, 13 years ago. I'm 36 now. I was 22 and a half when it all started. And it all began at university when League, I don't know if anyone remembers, season 2, season 3, it was like, it wasn't dying, it was climbing. Like it was one of the first video games that really exploded. It was, before the Fortnite stuff, it was before all the GTA 6 stuff. It really, really escalated. And when I was at uni, I wanted a community to play, and there didn't exist one. And I'm a bit of a pragmatist, so I decided to put one together. And Jack, this is where you will remember, because
I went to the same university for
you
people
did.
who didn't know.
Yeah, there's a handful of us that went to the same uni. Yeah, not many of us left really from that first period. It's you.
Sorry,
me,
can I just intervene and say someone said they were 4 when you started this?
No.
Tulu just said he was 4.
Nah, he's lying.
I don't
14 maybe.
I
4.
don't believe it.
Or he's lying. No, I think. I mean, it was way back in the early uni days, wasn't it? And League, like you say, was just kicking off. And I think I got invited along.
Vic's quite young, because we spoke to Vic about this, and he was like 8 or 9
Vic
when
was
it
14,
started.
put in his chat.
Yeah, so stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been 20. Oh, I can't even remember. 22, 23.
Yeah. But it was interesting though, because back then, like, nothing had really been done like this before, and originally I just wanted a bit of a community, and it worked. And people won't know this, but I think I got the society, because originally it was called MGS, which is Medway Gaming Society, and I got it single-handedly up to about 200 members. I don't know if you remember this, Jack, but we used to have 2 or 3 rooms full of people playing League. And when I left
I
uni,
do.
because I was a bit older than everyone else, so when I left uni, I remember everyone saying they really wanted a forum where we could continue to play and continue to get back together. And that is essentially all the MLS started out as. It was a place for us to come back every January to play some league in a way that it's meant to be played, because you can't really find anywhere that does this, this sort of mini LCS Worlds experience. And I think the hunger was there for it. And originally it was just the society members, but then they all brought friends in and it sort of evolved over the years. And we've got people that have been in it for 7, 8, 9 years and never really saw the beginning of it, but it's become its own thing now. But the community is really what made it, because I used to do everything. Like back in the day.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
I used to do the graphics, the videos. I used to do the comms. I used to do the setup. Basically everything Andy's doing now.
I mean, when you had a group of nerds that had just come out of university, had a stressful day doing lectures or whatever on the computer or whatever, and they're just like, let's go relax and play some League of Legends. Adam's the only fella there turning up with a missus, and it's like playing the video
whole
game.
family.
It's like very, it was good fun. It was good fun. It really brought a lot of people out of their shells as well, which was is very cool.
It did.
Very cool.
And to be honest, most of the friends that I've got now, and that you, hopefully everyone here's got, is made through it. So it's sort of become this connecting force. And that's why I'm actually not that sad to see it go after 10 years, because not everyone here understands this, but the OGs, we're getting older. I'm nearly 40 now, but I haven't got time for this. Everyone's approaching their mid-30s nearly. The younger guys probably want it to go on more, but for us, there's, we've got other stuff taking up our time. So it's a good time for it to go. But the kind of networks that it's built hopefully do stick around, because there are friendships that have been built through this that I think probably, are going to hold hopefully the test of time. But yeah, so that's kind of where it all started. And yeah, we've had some interesting seasons. I think every year has had its kind of identity. The first one,
there's always
I think,
something
was
that goes
highlighted.
interesting.
Yeah, the first season I remember being the Trevor season, because we had the Hong Kong import that.
Oh Christ,
just
yeah, being at
fucking
university,
dominated.
obviously there's quite a vast array of different people coming from different backgrounds, different countries, and of course it happened to be the Asians, didn't it? Fly into the tournament and just absolutely roll over everyone else. And,
season 2 was Andy's season. That's when Andy, you were in here season 1. You joined season 2. Tell us about season 2.
Team member, the season that never gets spoken about, thanks to them. It went so well for me. I got kicked from my team and became the coach, and we still won the MLS. And then they got stripped of the title because reasons. But that was season 2, and then after that, I think was it season 3? Adam
Season 3 was my second win, because I won season 1 and I won season 3. And that's when Trevor came back, because he had a gap year.
It was, and that was when I joined your team, I believe. It was you. You needed
Ben,
someone. Simo suggested me, and then I came in. Was it a support then, or Eddie Carey? I can't remember.
Jungle. I haven't been able to get rid of you since. That's all I know.
Basically, yeah, pretty much. I think one of the most memorable, I think it was from that season, or if it was season 3, we had a game where we had Sammy in our team. And obviously, Sammy and Jared had their kind of situation going on. They broke up, and now we had to beat Jared. And Jared was known for his competitive integrity. And we needed to make sure...
He said the meme.
I just said the meme. I needed to make sure that we beat them. And it came down to such a close team fight at the end. And I think that's probably one of the most memorable bits in the MLS over the years, is winning that game.
And I think that period of seasons from about 4 till 7, for me, the highlight of that really was that kind of competitive integrity. Because I think as teams joined that weren't originally from the gaming society, they sort of misconstrued the nature, because it was designed to be for fun but imitating LCS. They take it way too seriously. And I remember those middle seasons being quite difficult sometimes, because people really wanted us to get strict on the rules and the guidance, and so that's where we developed a bit of our rule sets. But I always remember disliking that, because I always wanted it to be more about the rule of cool than necessarily just every single.
I mean, the whole point of it, right, is a team of friends playing against friends, right? You know, you play with your friends, you play against your friends. There was nothing on the line apart from a bit of pride, and it was really, really fun to just turn up every week and being like, we're playing Adam's team this week. You know, that to me would personally be my finals every year. Would be like, oh, every time I get to play against Adam's team, and like I had a really good record for like the first 6 years, and then it all sort of went tits up. But those games really, really, definitely mattered more than most others to me. But at the end of it all, I mean, you did actually get prizes and stuff together, just to give people a little bit more of an incentive. People started bringing in friends like from online, because originally it was basically everybody turned up in person, right? There was only like the odd person from like just online only that would sort of join, and then obviously, even though it's called the Midway League Series or Midway Gaming Series, like I don't think any of us actually live in Midway anymore, even though that's where it originated from. But yeah, no, it's been good fun. Every season's had drama, but without the drama, without all the banter and everything, we wouldn't have the great copy pastors. We wouldn't even know half the people in this league. I mean, Andy's a great example, right? He just explained it. Like Andy just came in out of nowhere after like season 2 blow up.
My favourite story is Vic, because not many people know how Vic came into this. Vic one day feeling a bit lonely. He went through the custom game lobbies, and we were doing one of our practice lobbies, weren't we? And he just joined on a whim, and then somehow integrated himself into the MLS. But I remember for a year, no one knew who Vic was or how he became
I thought you knew him.
Yeah, you like nobody knew him. Yeah.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Look at him now.
Look at him now. Can't get rid of him. Jesus. But no, I mean, after 10 long years...
10 minutes until the game starts, so obviously you guys need to leave soon. But before we do, just wanted to see, we've got to do a bit of interactivity and vote for your MVP. So everyone in the chat can vote for who they think the MVP is going to be. And there'll be a QR code up on your screen very short.
QR code? Whoa! What is this? Look at that!
Yeah,
dude.
so get your phones out. Go in there.
Can I point?
Chuck in who you think your MVP is going to be.
Please tell me I'm pointing the right way. I can't see on stream. There's like a other way. Oh shit!
Other way.
Yo,
yeah,
yo, just leave me hanging. Yo, look at it. Scan it, boys. Scan it. Chinese shovelware. Scan it. I'm gonna get your personal details. I'm gonna buy loads of skins on League of Legends. Do I get your phones out, boys? I know you all got phones.
Are we being scammed?
This is where
hey, Jordan,
who I think should win it. So I'm hoping it's that one. If
I swear to God,
I'm gonna have to re-edit it, so don't make me re-edit it.
I bet that little gay boy's in there.
I will steal all your Bitcoin, Steve. Okay, all right. We got names. What are we looking at? I'm looking the wrong way, aren't I?
So we've got me. You got Jordan, and you got Linker. So
I mean,
Jordan played like 1 game. I played 3. Also, there's Urza's chest hair. Just as
okay, all right, yeah, okay.
If you've been keeping an eye on the chat,
I'll give it to Jack's chest hair
out.
Okay, all right, yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, all right. Up, big up the chest hair.
Barry.
I will give you more.
Big
Baz is in there. Okay,
well,
all right.
Of course.
Baz is in there. All of the subs. Okay, all right.
Someone's just put
yep.
the whole of Utterly Bad, which
True.
also agree with.
True.
It does look like it's going to be Linker,
Yo,
and that is actually who I thought it was going to be. So thank you. I don't have to change my graph. So well done, Linker. MVP. So you did 229 kills, 102 deaths.
Look at those stats.
Yeah, with a KDA of 5.1, which is actually the highest in the MLS, with a consistent average CS per minute of 8.5. So it's even in the losses as well.
Crazy.
Pretty crazy.
I mean, joint top at the end of the regular season for a reason, and also in the finals for a reason, right? You know, team's been super consistent. Easily their stronger point was definitely coming from the bot lane. I mean, obviously, what is an AD carry without his support? But Linker definitely picking up all the kills, looking like an absolute demon. A lot of 1v9
Especially
clips.
with the
I'm
pentakill
sure
as
he's
well
had a
in the
couple of
semis.
pentakills, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's had a couple of pentakills in there. And yeah, I mean, obviously having the experience of playing against him, he's very difficult to lock down.
Yeah, I mean, I'll throw it out there. That KDA is changing before the end of today. So
Adam's going to make sure
that
he's going to go
sounds like
up
some
because he's going to
serious
play
shots fired.
Singed and
You
he's
do
going to
have a
run it
choice of
down.
that. You can make it higher or you can make it lower.
I was going to say
going
I didn't say which way.
Invest in stonks. Dan.
Well, with that, we'll go pass over to the casters very shortly. So thanks, guys. Any last bits you want to chuck in while you're here?
Good luck to everyone
Before
out
you have to go
there.
and play?
Hopefully it'll be an entertaining series. Please stick around for all of it. We'll try and give you the 5 games. Yeah, cheer on everyone in the chat. Clip stuff you find funny. And I just want to say thank you to Andy for all this lovely production. And I guess we'll see you in game.
Thanks, guys.
Force them off of Baron, and Leo is completely chunked because of that. But Atlas Flame is just completely turned on. None of his team is following up on his aggression, and he's completely punished. But now Des is in the exact same spot.
Oh.
I was going to try and get some CC. Or to the fact that Vic dies and his clone dies, they just keep going forward. Completely kills off Urza. Flashes full. Another kill onto Jin. And the healing from the Bloodburster gets himself a pentakill.
They're going to bring up Gwen again. I've seen this before. It happened on Arcon. It's going no. Flashes in for the big swing. Meanwhile, Gwen tries to focus out the MF. He's not going down. He's one feeling. Pulls out this on you. Lydia goes down on the back foot. Zinzal's going to try and clean up the Gwen, but he's living for so long. And he does trade with the Zinzal, but that denies Baron.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the caster desk for the finals of the final season. I am Rue. I am joined by Weltorium and potentially Hardwood as well. We'll get that sorted in a sec. How are you both feeling, boys?
Good.
Ooh, yeah. Ready. Yeah. It's
Let's get into things.
yeah. It's been a while, but I'm hyped.
Yeah, let's get it. Well, we have quite the matchup for you all today. A best of 5 for the ages. Of course, the teams are a little bit messed up from what they once were, but we're still here. If I move my chair to the side, let me get the side correct on this. I believe you can even see the team names behind me. Hold on. Let me get right out of the way. Please, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I?
Right. Yeah.
There's a bin behind me. There we go. Even better. Wash Smegma Bin is exactly who we're looking for, and it is a very mixed team. Bloom and Boomers have been added with some team washed up, and apparently a little bit of Smeg as well, with Toodaloo hopping down to the bot lane just for the sake of it at this point. Crimson Flames basically untouched, but still looking pretty damn solid, as they have done basically the whole of playoffs. So how do we feel the mishmash of MLS talent is going to play today?
Certainly a collection of talented players from the MLS across the board. You've got Urza, who has his mid lane champion pool, can bring a lot of diversity. Toodaloo isn't going to be playing in the top lane, but Adam has his own variety of picks in there, especially when he brings out his Singed. And Toodaloo probably will still bring some chaotic energy into that bot lane. Vic definitely knows how to play around Urza's champion pool in the mid lane, coming across together with him. And Saruman is an unknown factor playing in the support position, but surely is going to impress.
That is a massive Hardwood. Hello. Welcome to the desk.
Yeah, we're not just voices, yeah.
Let's have a look at these rosters, then we're having a little bit of a talk about them. Going through the mishmash, it is Adam, Vic, Urza, Toodaloo, and then the mystery support, who I am going to have to find on the stream, Saruman, who I'm hoping I'm
Terrible
pronouncing
now,
it
man.
correctly. Yeah, that's a name and a half.
Sorry
Those
about
players a
that.
bit easier. Data, Storm, Zaz, Linker, and Lyre are your teams for today. And as we pointed out in the pre-show, right, MVP of the split, everyone's eyes on this bot lane, on Linker. Everyone wants to see what this guy can do because he has been so good this whole year.
Certainly. Massive carry performances in his last matchup.
Yeah.
That's it. All
Just
right, okay,
sums up.
wow,
I mean,
okay,
he's just
short
good, isn't he?
and sweet.
At the end of the day, the guy's just good.
He is
That was
just good.
great. I loved it. Yeah. No, really interesting. You know, we've seen, like you said, Crimson Flame as the team as they are, and I think it was me and you, Eltor, wasn't it? With Linker absolutely smashing the semi-final on Thursday. Just, I mean, really.
His Zaya was to remember, flashing forward
Yeah.
in the face of danger, just barely healing enough with
Oh.
Bloodthirst and getting a pentakill.
Yeah, so good, so good. Yeah.
On topic of
but,
this guy, let's have a look at his stats as well. The KDA got brought up on the pre-show as well as the CS per minute, but the gold per game as well. This is the gold per minute. Near enough 500 gold per minute. That is absolutely insane. The guy is one of the best hyper carries the MLS has ever seen, and probably will ever see since this is the final season. So let's see what he can do today. Of course, he's playing into a top laner who is definitely going to have his eyes out for him. Interested to see what Toodaloo is going to bring into that matchup, whether he wants to go a little bit more default, going towards those more ADC champs, or if he's just going to take some top laners and see if he can bully the guy. Let's have a look.
Yeah. I think, and we got obviously the veteran that is Adam facing off against him, in the top lane for watch name have been, but Toodaloo, like you're saying, yeah, had a pretty solid season as well. Like you said, and then gold per minute as well, coming through 400 odd as well. So yeah, I'm liking some of the champs. Quite a range there, you know.
Massive range.
Yeah, there's a Rise, there's a Yorick.
Not many of them would you say a bot lane.
No, exactly, yeah. So, I mean, that's what we like, diversity. I think League is the most diverse it's ever been, right? So, yeah, no, good to see.
And I think that's definitely something we need to touch on before we get into this one. The champ pools. For everyone, especially on this mishmash of the team, they are all over the place, right? We have Urza playing his Vi mid and whatever else he's got going on. Vic is not exactly known for playing normal junglers either. Toodaloo has one of the most diverse top lane pools. That includes Briar top. He's now in the bot lane. Adam's going to be playing something or other, probably to do with Singed in the top lane. Then support might be the only thing that we might actually call normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you can class it as normal, yeah. But it'd be interesting to see what the bans are across the games, obviously with Fearless, right? So, what do you guys think of like target bans? Do you think they'll target kind of these or the meta, or do you think they're going to bring something out brand new? What do you reckon?
They're definitely going to have to stretch their champion pools for this type of matchup. I don't think Wash Smegma Bin will be the team having issues with the stretch if it goes all the way to Game 5. I think Crimson Flames are going to, if they get to Game 5, are going to feel a lot more tested than they have in any previous matchups, and are going to have to reach for champion pool picks that they haven't played much of across the season. Although most of them do have a relatively soft champion pool where they have played a bit more than just one champion. Zaz has definitely relied on his Syndra, Link has definitely relied on Zaya at times, and Storms has definitely played a whole bunch of Skarner.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think we're just happy to go for it. Well, let's have a look at how these teams are going to go up against each other. We're going to be getting into draft in just a couple seconds. We're going to join ourselves back on the desk in the meantime. So,
I'll try and Andy. Sorry, carry on.
All good. So we have a little bit of the mix mash. Of course, the champ pools really have like basically no overlap, right? One team is very meta, one team is very off meta by default. I think, especially with the way that the bans work in the MLS, where Game 1, you get to ban stuff. Game 2, you're just banning the stuff that you played in Game 1. In Game 3, you're banning the stuff that you played in Game 2. There's no real carrier from that point of view. Obviously, the Fearless will carry through, but as long as you have 5 champs you can play, you're probably fine.
And you know what, as well, this is, like you said, this is our last season of the MLS, but is it the first one for Fearless Draft? I can't remember. Maybe. Yeah, I think this is the first one. So getting to Game 5 with Fearless Draft obviously means that 40 champions banned out, right? For a Game 5, which is huge. I mean, if you're an ADC, obviously, and you've got your 3 or your 4 champs that you play, you're going to have to be picking up like a Corki ADC or something quite out there. So for more reasons this year, I really hope it goes to Game 5. That would be solid. Yeah,
that would be some absolute simmer. Have to admit. Well, hopefully we are just seconds away from getting into this draft. I don't want to stall you guys for all too much longer. Keep the suspense building instead, because this is one of the most eagerly anticipated matchups the MLS has ever seen. Right, this is the final game we will ever get in this tournament. So before we get into things, do we have any special predictions, bearing in mind how messed up both of these teams are going in, especially not the Crimson Flames?
Yeah. Will Turin?
I'm going to predict that CF will come out in 4 games for this series, and I'm going to predict that CF is going to pick something in the first game they have not picked all season.
Ooh. That's a bold prediction. Let's see if it does come true.
The Zaya gone already as well. Talked about it. Easy one to take out, right?
Just gonna have to say that one for game 2. I don't know how much Toodaloo actually plays of these normal ADC champs, but I would have loved to see him just take Zaya game 1 on blue side. See what it does to the mental of Linker, if nothing else.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like putting it against him. Putting him
against him, then he's not allowed to play it the whole series. That would just be so. That's just so annoying.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Choose to ban it instead. He's going to get it in game 2, but we're not going to see it in our first here. Ambessa gone as well. Nico going the same way. I'm fascinated by this prediction. Crimson Flame, something they haven't played the whole split. I don't even know what they have played.
They need to stretch the champion pool across the season, and I have a feeling that Zaz could bring out some kind of traditional mage in the mid lane, because there's just plenty of them. He has not played Xerath this season, so you could always go over to that.
Yeah. Zaz you're talking about?
Yeah, Zaz particularly.
Yeah, I've got some stats on the side, so maybe I can
let's go
for you guys. So Zaz, most played on the Syndra 10 times this season, 6 on the Victor, 3 on ASOL. Vigo, Aurora, Rise in there, so interesting pool. And the Nico kind of mid lane, but she's support as well, kind of roaming around, but no mid lane bans, interestingly.
Okay,
obviously
we got the Pantheon picked for Adam.
Is that just going to Adam, or is that
I feel like it should be. Vic definitely could pick it up. We saw it earlier in the year in many tournaments that the Pantheon would be picked up into the jungle. Can be a very good counter. And it can also go support, especially with the fact that Toodaloo and Saruman are somewhat unknown factors in that lane.
Oh, yeah. Nice pick. I think a safe... I think some teams can really kind of go a bit all out first game. The high-risk champions, as it were. You have to be ahead. We've seen the Shakos come through. Pantheon's not too bad if he is in the jungle. Yeah. But Amumu, great. I mean... doesn't matter, kind of your job is just to tank, really. And so, I like that pick from CF as well.
Let's see what they pair it up with. It will be Zaz's Syndra.
Yeah.
Pointed out before, it is double AP, so potential for something like the Galio, but it doesn't exactly sound like an Urza champ, based off of what I've seen the guy play. But if he has it in his wheelhouse, I'd love to see it come through.
There is already plenty of strong ultimates to make Silas a very strong pick. Pairing it up with the Malphite would mean that the Pantheon probably moves away from the top lane.
I don't know if I like the Malphite just like that, though. That's very, very bold. Into no AD.
Adam's signature. Yeah.
It is.
I
think you can hold on to it a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, and also I think the Syndra is even more predictable because of Amumu's passive. Obviously turning 10% magic damage into true damage. So... he jumps in, ults down whoever the ADC is going to be, unleash power, true damage is going to be nuts. So yeah, the Malphite's an interesting one, but stick to what you're good at. I guess your comfort pick. He knows how to lane. Pantheon engage, silence engage, pretty full on.
Yeah, they can have options.
Dessa just very happily pick up the Scion into another tank matchup, and he is completely fine to go even in lane. They love to have their double tank at a bare minimum, sometimes even triple tank, just to play in front of their carries.
That's a Kled ban.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that
even though they've got a Malphite. I guess
Is
so.
that this is the thing, right? You have a top laner playing in bot lane. The guy could be playing absolutely anything. Literally, no one knows what he's going to be going right now. No one has a clue. You have to ban these really odd things. You're like, yeah, maybe he just plays it. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it could be anything. I mean, you can cheese something like a Vel'Koz. You could go for a more AD kind of champ as well. So it kind of really actually CF have probably had a strategy going in, and actually have just got to prepare for anything, like you said.
Yeah. Interested to see what they do here. Whatever this ban is, I'm interested to see if they go for. Do they go for AD on 4, or do they want to try and get Link in the counter pick and just take their support line? I think both are fine.
They might just blind the Melio or the Khan for comfort for Lyre in game 1.
Yeah, I feel like this is like the one time when you'd give an AD counter pick.
Yeah, Link has the champion pool. He still has Ezreal, Varus, and Kalista he's played this season, but his Jinx is his second most played AD champion, and they are just going to blind it into the enemy side.
Pretty strong. Will always exist, but minus Thresh has a slight, diminishing power on what is coming through. What is this?
Okay, we see
Briar.
a Briar
I saw,
pick through.
I saw that come up as his champs as well, and I was like, maybe, I guess, but yeah, Briar's actually pretty strong. I mean, I like the range. So you've got
the CC is disgusting. Get your Merchants out, people. Get your Merchants out.
They are cooking. This is like an ARAM comp or something. This is funny.
That is disgusting.
Do you know what? I think Adam has implemented this as well. I feel like this has been really put forward to be like, you know what, guys, we're a kind of Suicide Squad, as it were. MLS Suicide Squad, and we're going to go all out, full in melee range,
and protect the Jinx.
Yeah, interesting. It's like All Stars against rest of world almost. Yeah, Tahm Kench is good. I like the peel. Save the Jinx. Linker is your guy to keep alive.
And you already have the engage, right? You have a Mumu. So.
Yeah. No, really nice. I think that's a textbook comp right there, really. Compared to some misfits.
Compared to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But potentially. You know what? What I want to say? Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Potentially, they could have gone with the Melio with that AoE cleanse on the ultimate, though. It would have been good to help out more than just the Jinx. The Tahm Kench makes it so you can only really save one of your carries in a fight at any given time.
Isn't the Jinx the only one that ever matters, though? I feel like everyone else can die.
Yeah,
as long as the Jinx gets one reset, you're kind of fine.
Yeah. No, save the Devour for the Jinx. And do you know what the best form of CC is? Just taking the ADC out of the map. Which is what Tahm Kench will do, compared to Emilio, who can obviously just anti-CC, but if Emilio dies, then, Malphite can one-shot, depending on the build, Silas. So, yeah, I think that was the best support they could have picked there. So
many girls as well. You pointed out before, the Silas has so many things to choose from.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't want to go silent, but if he's coming from, a long way away, it's fine. Amumu, of course, Curse of the Sand Mummy, beautiful to use. Mega Death Rocket with the missing health. Absolutely fine. Has some AP ratios as well, so he's balling. And then Tahm Kench, either saving someone. I don't really know who needs saving, but maybe just going on the Jinx as well. So many possibilities for this Silas right now. This is a mega Silas game.
Yeah,
100%. Now, in terms of this bot lane, if this Briar falls behind, they're going to find it hard. But I do feel like there's a small window for some kind of cheese in the bot lane to get them a kill.
Absolutely.
If they do get that cheese kill, then they can just steamroll it through. You have the Leona to set up for this Briar time and time again. Every time you have cooldowns, you can just go for it. Leona has more mana than she used to with a recent change, which means you can take a bit more risk on the hooks that you're going for. without running out of mana in the early laning phase, and you have a Pantheon who can definitely just ult down if you do find any kind of angle.
Yeah, I think we need to pay attention on the level 1 especially. Level 2, whoever gets that level 2 timer first, I feel like if the Wash Smegma bins, we need a better name for this, but whoever wins, if they get Prio in that bot lane, if they get level 2 first, Leona hitting that level 2, going in on the Jinx, basically forces cleanse, like minimum. If she doesn't cleanse, you might just get the kill, because early Briar damage as well, it's surprisingly high.
Yeah, it's. I think the damage charts are going to be through the roof, aren't they? This game, it's going to be crazy to see.
A lot of beef.
Yeah, beefy is the dish on the menu today, isn't it? A nice big portion of roast beef with a Jinx thrown in there, in amongst it. But yeah, what do you guys think then? You think the OG, the Mesa League comp over the Misfits? You think they're still going to hold out to them? I think there's Appeal, there's Engage, there's Damage.
Both teams have what they want. That's the massive thing here, right? This is just a clash of styles, and whichever side wins is just going to have that for that game. It's going to have to change dramatically into game 2, especially all these kind of weird champs you see. Everything getting going completely fresh, and you're into Xayah next game if you're the Misfits. So probably got to win game 1 if we're being brutally honest. Crimson Flame's going to have most of what they want in this game 1. In the game 2 when it gets there. Starting blue side, getting the Xayah. You're basically stuffed if you don't get game 1, because game 2 feels like it might just be lost before even into game 1. It's difficult, right?
Yeah.
Well,
it's going to set the tone, isn't it, for the series for sure. I mean, they say how these series have their own meta as well, and how the kind of the decisions that the players make, what champions, if they're feeling confident after a win or a loss. This is going to set the tone for this last final of the MLS. The hype is real.
Absolutely, we are onto the rip already.
Ready for it. Yeah.
Level 1's coming through. The bot side push for the Flames not met by the Misfits. They intend to go get some top side vision instead. I feel like if these two teams met up, honestly, don't know who would even win this, because I guess the Jinx probably has a good time if she can get a reset, but that level 1, both teams were happy to take it.
Yeah, I mean, who's going to go first? Say it's like the 5v5. I mean, Briar is going to be hard, unless you've got anti-heal. Silas is going to be difficult. Pandy's going to be blocking Malphite is Malphite. Yeah, do you know what? There isn't really a target takedown, actually, considering that, and that's an interesting point. Yeah, needing the resets off the Jinx.
Yeah, that level 1 probably could have gone the way of the Misfits, but cooler heads will prevail, and we will head into our normal lanes. Both junglers starting on the top side. Normal lanes, everything exactly how you'd want it to be for game 1. Let's get into it. Minions finally hitting minions. Junglers hitting camps. We're underway. Whew.
That's his league. Yeah, we are into league.
Ignite has been taken by the Briar. The aggressive spell has been picked up. Palinka's gone with Cleanse, which definitely makes the most sense for this lane, as we see the start of a very long trading fest between two tanks in the top lane already starting.
Yeah, I am surprised that Urza did so well in that first trade. I know he has Electrocute, but Silas level 1 you don't necessarily think of as a great trading champ, but he managed to find a massive timing there onto Zaz. Top lane, they're just going to be smacking each other for the next 10 minutes or so. If they get a kill, then they get a kill. But it probably won't matter all too much. I think all eyes basically on mid and bot. Urza dropping a little bit low, as the Silas typically does. But looks like the Jinx, Time Kench managed to get themselves that early prio with the level 2 first. With the range advantage, I guess, just helping out on that wave. And honestly, where do you even find an angle now? If you're this Briar and this Leona, is there ever an angle?
Yeah,
not really. Once you lose that push, you're going to need jungle interference to really find anything. As we see Storm's hovering in the mid lane. Might be able to find something. He has some flash available to try and find something, as a scatter already lands as well. It ends up flashing past. Has does find the kill on the back end, but Storms ends up wasting his flash and doesn't.
He didn't get the assist for that. He didn't even get the assist for that kill.
No kill contribution at all.
That's hilarious.
You
He
can see
uses
the
flash for the
nerves.
gank and he doesn't get the assist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
Level
First
3
blood
coming
over.
in. Unfortunately, the Amumu can get down here first. You have to kind of be careful if you're Toodaloo and Soraman, as the other jungle has no flash, but he's just going to go straight in. Vic, not quite here just yet, does have a level advantage, but they're going to use the exhaust onto Linker. Soraman might just die before this fight even gets started, but here comes Vic, finally over the top, gets the one. Linker's going to flash forward to try and get a reset on this Jinx, but he's now forced to run away into the wrong side of the rift. Toodaloo flashes for him, a double kill for Vic, and now it's just the Time Kench left all alone. Liar looking to escape, but he gets W'd on, and a triple kill for the early Pantheon. 3-0-0. Wow, what a start for Pantheon.
The exact type of early game that you really need to get on this Pantheon. You now can press at any kind of invade. As a scatter lands onto Urza, that's going to be another nice chunk. But the Pantheon, as I was saying, he can now get a decent chunk of items already built up, and he's just going to be able to steamroll ahead. He's got 27 CS as well on top of the 3 kills compared to 12 now.
Storm's literally just got its top camps. His bot camps still haven't been taken.
Yep, and that meant that blue buff was available for Vic in that fight, and also you see the power of having a non-traditional ADC in the bot lane, and Briar is just way more powerful early on compared to Linker that needs items.
Liar has to be careful here. He is still a very thick Tahm Kench, of course, but going into the 1v2, didn't expect the Leona to be up here already. Electrocute onto him, half HP, but with the help of the Syndra, he will get out for now. Soraman decides to take a Zenith Blade back in. Liar does get very low, probably has to take it back. No heal either from that bot lane play, so a little bit of a tempo loss, but nothing else, as Urza will collect his wave. Jinx now has to be very careful.
Yeah.
You have no Tahm Kench.
Huge.
You've got to be very, very, very careful indeed, but it looks like they will be doing exactly that. We get a replay of that previous fight, and it was an absolute mess. The first kill coming in from Vic, perfectly timed Linker having to flash over the top, and unfortunately, it just kind of ended in his own demise. Gets a 1-for-1, so it could be a lot worse, but
yeah.
3-for-1.
Yeah, really nice.
3-for-2 rather.
And it was a nice timing as well. Vic coming through kind of delayed into the lane.
God.
Oh, Zaz, almost gone.
I did not think he had kill threat there, but apparently...
Yeah, the Silas combo, man.
Silas, level 5.
No, it's just Silas things. Yeah, crazy, without items. But yeah, the timing of Pantheon coming in as well was really nice because full Crimson Flame, we got to pause anyway, but Crimson Flame into thinking they were going to win that fight, burned like quite a lot of their abilities, and Vic just played cleanup basically, and that is like the crisp timing you want from your jungler, who's 3-0 now. Interestingly, he's gone for the Caulfield Hammer, not straight for a serrated Dirk.
I think he's going Sundered.
Yeah, no, Sundered Sky. Yeah,
into Sundered.
Yeah, that's true.
I do want to put items on the runes. The reason why Urza might have seemed so low is he did not go second wind playing melee into a traditional mage, which would make it seem like a much riskier lane in phase than it ended up actually being. But that does mean he's going to end up having electrocute with arcane secondary runes, so later in the game he should actually do a lot more damage than if he did pick up that second wind for the laning phase.
Well, either way, while we have this little pause, let's have a look across the rift. What's going on? It looks like Adam has lost out a little bit in this top matchup to Dace's Scion. Very nice early gameplay coming through. Adam has just backed to get himself a Barmy Cinder, but he's going to be down the best part of 2 waves, maybe even a little bit more after another one starts to crash. So very nice game starting out for Dace as the rest of the map has fallen into fire. And speaking of which, Vic into Storms. Level 5, nearly level 6, into just about level 4. 40 CS into 19. 3-0-0 into 0-1-0. What a start for Vic.
Yeah, really nice, isn't it? And, it's these small leagues about all small gains, isn't it? That at the moment, it's 900 gold, gets you just that bit of extra AD, isn't it? That in this point of the game isn't huge, but, it becomes exponential as the game goes on. So, which is really nice, obviously, CF being the favourites, taking this punch. And looks like we are back in.
It is perfect.
Yeah. But what do you make? I mean, interestingly, for instance, Linker gone for the cull as well, so kind of going for that late game, really, right? Yeah.
We have the
bit of
default.
a. Yeah,
It is what it is.
It's just trying to resync up with the client. I've quickly been going through the runes. Dessa does have Demolish. He's the only player with Demolish in this lane and is already 100 stacks on the grasp ahead of Adam in the top lane. As we might see a little bit of
They're going to go for this. Definitely lands onto the flyer. Another stun comes through, thrown into the wall, knocked up. He still has a shield, but he's not going to get to use it because he's been CC chained the hell out of. We pointed it out in draft, but that bot lane has so much CC stacking on top of each other. The Leona, into the Briar, into the wall, into the Pantheon. Everything just stopped Lyre from pressing any buttons. He did love to press the shield, but he just wasn't allowed to.
Yeah, it's a nice CC chain, wasn't it? Really lined up well. Got the Tartan Kench. A couple of deaths for him now, so see where their focus is, right?
Yeah, they're going to look for the play again. He's stuck down at half HP. He actually gets to press the button this time, but now he's flashing under the turret, trying to get Toodaloo under the turret range, and it will, in fact, get him done. But Linker holding on to just a slither of HP through the exhaust, pops the cleanse to just escape for now, as topside Adam's forced to run away with this unstoppable force. They won't be able to go for the redive on bot, especially not with Linker having 6, having a Mega Death Rocket, as well as that turret there to protect him. And now that he's backed off, they can at least get the wave in. Vic getting another kill and another assist. 4-0-1 on the Pantheon already.
Well, the Rocket's been denied back.
It has been. Stop both of them, right? Nice Rocket. Dasa?
Oh,
Flash?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh. No ult
Will escape in the end.
Yeah.
With this sign result as well.
That's a, yeah,
top right.
yeah. Oh, that's his last mana. Yeah, but he's just going to walk away. He's got nothing, no mana to fight him with. Adam is in control of that lane.
Urza has found a Rogue Storms who missed the bandage toss. Runs away to his Raptors in terror as Void Grubs spawning in 5 seconds. But Toodaloo has found his way up to top side.
Nice.
He's seen himself a top laner. He's scared that he's missed out on so many top lane picks playing into this Jinx, but he does have to fall for it. It is just an execute though, as Dasa wasn't able to get any damage off. So a 1-for-0 in terms of gold. But in terms of tempo, the 1-for-1, but it will still be Grubs as well.
Yeah, it was a nice play. He spotted the low health Scion. Adam gets a few play. It doesn't kill himself, but yeah, and an execute, surprisingly. I mean, on a Scion, who's obviously got like the kind of AoE damage. If he had a Bami Cinder, for instance, would have been his kill. So that's your item choices. But yeah, nice roam from the Briar. Obviously, that ult is going to be massive when she's got it now, or coming through.
It does cost a little bit, though. It does cost 2 waves in the bot side, as well as 2 plates. Linker taking a couple of turret shots. He knows in the 2v1, he'll be fine. But when Adam turns up in the bot side, he may be a little bit less fine than he thinks he is. The Malphite has roamed his way down here, and Linker smartly decides to wander away. Adam's just going to TP up to top now, catching that wave eventually. He was on vision that whole time, so Linker had the prerequisite knowledge just to run away when he needed to.
Yeah, good timing. Left Linker, to kind of stack up, and they can't, they've done well to start, and it's they've got to keep their focus on it, and obviously the other one being the Syndra Zaz, who can also cause problems.
Feels like all 3 of these lanes right now could cause some massive issues to the Misfits if they're not careful. They're trying to keep them all in check, but plays like that from Adam, trying to get onto the bot side, trying to make an impact on the map, but it doesn't quite pay off. It doesn't feel great, and now he's taken a massive chunk. Desa just wants the Demolish prop, but he's actually been caught out under the turret here, stopped with the Unstoppable Force. Gonna pop the shield. Yeah, takes another turret shot. He took one more than he needed to, and he actually is gonna fall for it. Linker on the bot side is gonna have to flash away, but he's not gonna be able to get away from the Pantheon. Yes, he is. The root from the traps will actually get him out of there, as Toodaloo will somehow get the kill. Flashes for no reason and then dies. Okay. They still get the wave under, they get the plates. They get the damage on this turret that is going to be permanent. A little bit of a mess up. Probably shouldn't have flashed at the end there. But apart from that, I think you'll take that as a 3-for-1 play on bot side.
100%. This Linker is not yet to complete his first item in the game. Still sitting on 48 stacks on that call. Meanwhile, the Tudelu has already completed his Eclipse. He's on a power spike and he's wanting to use it. He's going way too far at times, but this is just kind of the trade that he's trying to make. He's trying to set up the rest of his team, even though he's playing from the ADC position, which means he's got a little bit less XP and is getting caught out and punished in ways that he might not have been if he was a top laner.
It's not too different from just playing the Briar jungle at this point, though. Just trying to make plays everywhere on the map whenever you can. Even if it's not necessarily there, trying to go for it. As Urza's found his way down to the bot side, he's stolen himself a Curse of the Sad Mummy, and he wants to use it. Lyre on the bot side is also getting destroyed. That's a 1-for-1 early on. The Curse of the Sad Mummy actually misses onto Linker, as he will finally lose his support. Linker left alone 1v3, can't quite finish off Urza. He would love to have got a second kill for that play, but not quite available. There will be a lot of loss in mid, as Zaz will be able to push in at least a wave with Urza having no TP, but another play on the bot side. They just keep on going for it and keep on connecting.
Yeah, it was very nice, wasn't it? Dragon obviously is up as well, but they were just too injured, weren't they, to be able to go for that objective. So, yeah, but really nice fight again. A few kind of misplays, but, you know, as to be expected. The Briar's on 5 kills.
Link hasn't got back here, he has no mana.
Yeah.
Alright, Linker, no cleanse already. The knockup comes through. Tudelu might have actually overstepped his mark here, as the Time Kench will spit out the ADC to finish off. Nope, Tudelu actually managed to survive. Okay.
Linker had no mana for that fight.
Yeah. Dasa into Adam on the top side is exactly what tank into tank always looks like. Vic forces away the flash of Lyre. The Zenith Blade doesn't quite connect. There's now 4 people meeting up in their blue side, but it will just be the resets. The Drake will go 1-for-1. Starting off this game with some massive fireworks. The Mountain Drake was taken first by the side of the Crimson Flames. The Misfits looking to take this Infernal. Wonder which riff we're going to get. Adam, once again, looking to go into day, so he has literally 0 mana left on that Scion, as the Drake will finally start to fall. And I like how they're playing with this jungle lead right now. They're managing to transfer it away from Vic, who, fine, you can have an early lead on Pantheon, that's great. But if you have it late into the game and your ADC doesn't have it, your mid lane doesn't have it, it really doesn't matter as much. So managing to get that across the rest of the Rift is absolutely massive. It's what the Misfits are trying to do right now, and they're doing it very well.
Dessa has consistently been out getting grass box compared to Adam. He is currently at 999 versus 460. You can see the health bar already growing massive on the side of Dessa. He does not have any armor or magic resist at this point, so that is relatively weak amount of health. But if he gets into a fight, he might look
again. The ultimate as well over the top. The Pantheon is here once again. The Grand Starfall. There's no traps this time around, and Linker is dead again. The CC chain every single time is completely destroying them in this lane. They are putting Linker so far behind. An excellent strategy from the old heads of the league, as they've identified a target and they're repeatedly going for it, and they managed to get themselves a full turret with 5 plates before the plates have even fallen off. Adam just trying to hold on to this top side, does have to give over a grasp stack and a Heartsteel stack. As Storms is turning up, trying to stop this back. He will just manage to do that with his presence alone. Now Adam has to stick around longer than he wanted to. He might just fall here. Has to try and get as much of the wave as possible. Good way to pull the trigger.
Lyre's gone for the gate. He might be able to get caught out. This is what he finds Storms on the back end with the duct. And,
sometimes you just have to go for the play, because not doing it is worse. Storm's caught out of position looking for that dive on bot side, and he ends up just dying in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, nice rotation from Urza. Gets a decent push in the middle lane against Zaz, and just uses it to roam, catches up Storms, who just hovers around in the top tip for way too long.
Have another look at this bot lane play rather. The solar flare didn't even land in the middle, just got the slow onto Linker, but because there's so much CC constantly being thrown at him, he doesn't have his cleanse up for that opportunity, as Dasa will be able to claim the top turret, so at least managed to get that done in his side lane, but he does have to ult away for it, as, I mean, Linker right now, it's not an awful position, but he just keeps losing out in these plays, and there's nothing he can do. Whereas Storm's on the top side, he's not even allowed his red buff right now. The jungle support meeting up perfectly once again. Adam left alone 1v3, but that's a Malphite. You can dive him if you want, you might be able to get it done, but the cost is so strong, and it's not even that guaranteed.
Nice.
Finally will go down. They should be able to get the bot turret with it, but if it costs your mid-tier 1, I'm not even sure if it's worth it.
Urza might also be able to get the top turret here. He's got a nice wave being pushed in and no one is around to respond.
Jason's able to catch the mids, at least there's something.
Yeah, this is mad. I mean, where was Wash Smegma Bin like in this split? Is this the team that we like wanted this whole time? That have like, you know, stood up against the finalists in Crimson Flame and are like a well-oiled machine. Like it's like they've been playing together. I mean, they kind of have in a way, I guess.
They kind of have.
But yeah, no, they have.
Just
but
not
also
recently.
they haven't. Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, they're probably going to be kicking themselves. It didn't start the season like this. But yeah, you know, a lot of AP damage onto the Malphite, and Linker, the AD one trying to get the kill, is literally just like hammering away, and eventually does get that kill.
Yeah, and from that side lane play, he's now a 4-3-1 Jinx, already 2 items with boots at 16 minutes. But everything that the Misfits are trying to do is put him behind. He's very much so staying in this game. He is a very strong Jinx right now.
Yeah, it goes to show, right? I mean, you can throw everything at, and and still doing pretty healthily. Like farm is pretty healthy. Not kind of been suppressed. They're taking the Tahm Kench kills, which has been fine. But Jinx and Linker are certainly still able to carry this game, so they need to do something more to really, you know, deny him a bit. Yeah, like objectively wise, possibly. As
well, they're going to look for that. The next Drake is spawning in 40 seconds. The Hextech Rift with the portals open is the one we're going to have game 1 on. 3 grubs went over to the Misfits. 1 Drake piece for now. 30 seconds now before this one spawns, and Dasa might actually be caught out now. He's got a portal. Of course, Hextech Rift, he can just get out. Of course he can. Let's see what happens now around this Dragon Pit, as Toodaloo just trying to claim the wave in mid, but he's going to push right the way out, loses half of his HP. He does have the ult.
Rotating down on the flank, potentially, but they do escape down to the river.
He does have ult if he wants to go back and try and hit it to get back into the fight, but he is now half HP.
Rocket out as well.
Item completion's coming through. Looks like Vic has managed to get himself a second item, which is massive on the Pantheon this early on, as the fight looks to start out, but there's no Adam over here just yet. They have to be careful, do the Misfits, of playing this a little bit too early. Adam now finally showing up when he wants to, and suddenly Soulman is right in the middle of things. Here comes Adam over the top. Storms might just fall before he can even get anything done here. They're trying to isolate the Amumu, which is definitely a choice, making sure they have no engage to go on this, but they might not need the engage, as he doesn't care at all. They do get the turret somehow out of nowhere. It's a 1-for-1 already. The Briar getting the kill onto the Amumu, but that is the Leona falling. There's a Dasa in the middle of 4. But Sion is absolutely humongous right now, and Vic completely dominating this early game, but he's unable to get onto Linker, who still has both of his summoners. It will be the fight win, even in the 2-for-2 play. Linker left alive, and that is surely enough. Why are you going for this extra play? You have a Jinx! You're so low, you can't be going for this right now. That's a Jinx! If you get a 1 reset, she gets 3.
Yeah, and that's going to be the first of potentially 3 Hextech Drakes of this game. That is arguably the perfect Drake to get in this position with a Syndra and a Jinx. You're going to get a lot of extra attack speed and a lot of ability haste if they do secure all 3 for the rest of this game.
I am shocked that the Misfits actually went for that play. I think the 2-for-2 initially was more than fine, but going back in, you have to know.
I'm flashing forward.
I didn't. Was he just unlocking Hex Flash? Or was that like a?
Yeah.
Who knows? Who cares? Soulman doing Leona things. That's fine, but you guys, you're 1 hit. If you go in to the Jinx, she gets a reset off one of you, and then she gets a reset off the second one, and then the third one, you just die.
Yeah.
There's no winning that fight.
Yeah,
I think
very split. It was very split from the team. Adam and Vic end up collapsing onto Storms. Urza picks up the ultimate from Storms, but then he ends up deciding to go to the opposite side, and Zaz gets completely caught out.
Wow.
And that is a lot of damage from those 2 members of the team. Silas is on an item and a half, and Toodaloo's on 2 items.
They do still have the deletion potential, which is something we can look towards for the rest of the game. But Linker is at 3 full items of crit. Toodaloo cannot be walking through the red buff right now. Another kill onto Linker. He gets stunned by the solar flare, so he won't be able to do anything extra with that reset. But how do you ever kill this Jinx right now? Sure, she has no cleanse, but that's going to come up soon. She still has flash. all the CC in the world won't matter if you can't reach her, and she just kills you in about 5 auto attacks.
Yeah, really pulled ahead now. Gone quite early on that Lord Dominic's regards as well.
I mean, it is, but it's still third item. It's just not even that early.
That's true. I mean, early, yeah.
It's just the fact it was 20 minutes.
Yeah, but a lot of tanks to face. But yeah, it was just a bit less coordinated there. You know, they've done really well. The macro play in the lanes has been really good. But they were a bit hesitant, like you said, the 2v2, and then they just carried kind of on because they were there. But
and Starfall over the top. They get the route, but the certain death misses. Vic is now stuck in the middle of 3.
Okay.
He doesn't want to be here. He's going to get knocked up by Liar as well. He's still surviving for now, but he will eventually fall down to Storms. And Toodaloo as well, caught in the middle of nowhere. They don't even find their way onto the Amumu. The flash away from the unstoppable force is beautiful. Link has got himself a third. Already 4 have fallen. It's just Adam the last alive. He flashes over towards Linker. I'm not sure about that one. He might want that flashback as a 5-0 clean ace comes through, and the Crimson Flames are starting to pull away.
Oh yeah, it was just an amazing spacing by Linker. He realizes that there's no damage threat at the moment, and it's just tanks around him. So if he just walks around the edge, he can just keep himself alive. And then once Dessa gets back into the fight, he just stands behind him and makes sure he gets the free fire onto the backline using that LDR as they are going to rotate over to the Atikan. He then perfectly flashes the Malphite ultimate, as that was the only aggressive spell left on the field, as they had already used it to try and get Linkus earlier.
Does he have does he have Infinity Edge rather on his back?
No, he has.
It's gonna be close.
Yeah.
He's gonna be close.
Well,
yeah,
that
like
was.
you said,
I mean, what a fight!
Yeah.
That flash is
flash.
so well timed.
Yeah, really nice. Pairing the team on his back there, and really nice kind of, like you said, positioning, using that brush just to kind of step aside and then step in, rather than just like kind of being out in the open and going for it. Toodaloo is going to take a while, I think, but they're going to go
I'm sure
for the
that
Scion.
Data doesn't actually notice the fact that Briar is trying to do some damage to him.
Yeah.
He finally notices when Vic turns up, but in the meantime, he couldn't give less of a damn that there is a Briar trying to do something. Storms is still very squishy for a person with a full Sunfire cape. He will fall, but Liar might try to keep him alive once again. Not quite, though. But yeah, you pointed out, nice soda flare to delay the point at which that reset comes through. But Sauron has been knocked up. Mega Death Rocket connects. Linker is legendary. After being put behind so much early on, he has managed to get himself 8 kills in a row, 11, 3, and 6. And he is going to be very close to a full Infinity Edge now. He's going to have 4 crit items before 25 minutes at this rate.
My lord. Yeah, and he's gone for the pickaxe, so I guess...
he's doing LDR.
Yeah, LDR,
No, he's already IE. He's going IE. He's going IE. I said the wrong letters.
The pickaxe build into it now. Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, I couldn't remember the build path by obviously BF sword, but I thought maybe like Bloodthirster possibly. But
there's also been out of those two, but
yeah. So I think like crit obviously great, but you got the Yuntao, which is doing well. The Runans, and yeah, because that's got to be the focus. It's just getting a bit loose from WSB. You know, they went for the Amumu pick and the Jinx turns up, so. Yeah, just got to rein it in a bit. You know, you've let the Jinx get a bit ahead, but the next fight, you've got to you can still 5-man her and she'll be fine. You know, take down the Tarm. There's the IE coming through, like you said.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah, so, you know, basically got to kill the Tarm and the Jinx really in one.
Yeah, and I don't think they can do that, if I'm being brutally honest right now. It doesn't seem possible, but they're going to make the best of it. WSB trying to get some vision, trying to claim themselves a Drake that they might not be able to take in the end. Sorman...
Oh, pretty quick. I think
they are actually going to get it. This has been given over. They did not need to hand this over, did CF, but with Storms being as weak as he is, finally getting himself towards the Thorn Mail, they don't want to make a play for the Drake, but instead they're just going to go for the 5v5 afterwards, and I think WSB shouldn't have been looking for this right now. They managed to get their way onto the Tarn, and Urs has found his way right into the backline. The cleanse has been used from Linker. He might fall, but just about in the end. It costs 4 of their lives. Vic finally gets him, but he is the last man alive, and he will fall seconds afterwards. A 5-for-1 this time around, as it will be the base, potentially, for the Jinx. And I think Crimson Flame's going to trade that at this point in the game. Linker proving his worth in damage dealt and just kiting ability on this Jinx. Mid-tier 3 at least, probably inhib. I don't think they can quite go for the end, but they're looking for it. They might just go towards the Baron instead. I think that's probably the better option.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal team fight overall. is if we do get a replay to come on through,
there we go.
You'll see that the ultimate does end up landing, but the Leona's completely stopped from going in by the traps.
Yeah. She's already dead.
The Tom Kench completely denies the damage up front from the initial burst that you do see from the dive overall. But then Zaz is just on the side. All of the attention is turned on to Linker, and Zaz just gets the free hit all of them because they're still on top of each other. He gets a 2-man scatter to start off the fight as we get to see Zaz get caught out on the top side, surrounded by
Dacer might fall eventually. It does cost all 5 members, but they will get the kill. Dacer now just looking for some Heartsteel procs before he perishes the second time. Baron potentially up for grabs here, but you have to be very careful of where Linker has got himself to. He's in the bot side of WSB's jungle. They might be able to end if they're not careful.
Yeah,
if Linker just runs it down mid, they could end.
Yeah, the fight's about to start. Jinx is there. Leona's taking the hits at the moment. Gets it on the fear on the Jinx is down. The ADC is down.
Massive knockback coming through from Briar. Vic trying to get onto Zaz. They're trying to finally get onto the Syndra. They got the Jinx again, but they cannot get onto the mid laner. Zaz trying to survive as best he can. Lyre looking to provide some CC for him, and another kill coming through for the Syndra. Urza now cannot quite land either. Lyre will eventually fall, right? There we go. So a 3-4 as Dacer fell before that play. As Tudlu has managed to get himself over the wall onto Zaz. Zaz a little bit greedy. A massive shutdown, but the Scion pushing through mid. The delay at the back might be enough. They don't quite think he can get anything else. If he goes for the next turrets, they'll only respawn anyway. It's not worth it. Just get yourself out of there, buddy. I said, just get yourself out of there, buddy.
He tried the ult.
Just get yourself out of there.
He gets a massive shield, so he's going to stall him out for a very long time.
Good for the turret at this point.
It's another death, and even if you do get the Nexus turrets, they respawn. It doesn't matter.
Well, he should be hitting it. I guess they respawn, right? Don't they? But I mean, at this point, you just got to be a nuisance as the Scion. You know, he's doing his bit. Your score really isn't irrelevant. If anything, gold to the enemy, so that's fine. CF obviously still got the gold lead just. So it shows you how far ahead they were. A bit of a shutdown gold still available on the Syndra, as you can see there. Yeah, so creep back up where we saw it. It was okay. Coming back to that midway point, but swings and roundabouts really in this game. And it is the man with the golden gun, Link, that is really the focus. And they got that kill on them, didn't they?
He's going towards GA, but he doesn't have it yet. Lyre will be caught out. All the CC they're trying to throw onto Linker, but Lyre actually isn't even falling. That man is very tanky. He still has a locket available as well. Adam gonna send the other onto Linker. No cleanse, just in time. He will fall to the turret eventually, but it's a 3-for-1, and Zaz will go as well. Make it 4-for-1. Baron now available, and CF caught looking for a fight they didn't need to try. Wow, how WSB managed to get themselves back into this.
I mean, that was putting your life on the line there. If you watch this replay as well, if you watch Adam, he looks
so
like
low making this play.
Watch this as well. He's like, you know what? I'm throwing myself in. I'm doing the damage. Stays alive for so long. Actually takes 2 turret hits to die. So probably could have survived, but yeah, huge fight as well, and brings it back into the balance. Level pegging as Baron easily taken as well.
Yeah, and now WSB will end up in the gold lead from this, but is the gold lead everything, right? You have a gold lead, sure, but you're into a 5-item Jinx nearly. The second that she has Guardian Angel, the task of killing her gets that much harder, right? And it's not that far away from happening. Another dragon is spawning for these absolute psychos to try and contest. Tudlu having to catch the topside wave. He's not going to be there. He has no TP, of course, in the ADC, so it might just be CF getting it for free this time around. I don't think either side's going to complain.
Yeah.
Baron push.
Oh, point though. No, sorry.
That's
No, it's not. Yeah, I got misread the logos. Yeah, so 2 Drakes, so not too bad. Yeah. But yeah, like you're saying, obviously one fight can really sweep it. I mean, obviously you got the Malphite, who is just like the saving grace against the Jinx, who can really kind of withstand the damage probably.
Looking at this bot push at all, by the way. This is just Dacer pushing bot. Tudlu has a humongous wave top. They're going to trade mid and top the bot lane. But you cannot be base racing a Jinx. Even with Baron, I'm not sure you have it. They're going to look to try it.
They've
But,
already
like,
started.
some of them just backed instead.
They've got
So it looks like CF don't want to try base racing into Baron, even though they have the Jinx. I think they could make it work, as Zaz has been deleted. That guy does not have Azonias, and he is just going to fall instantly. A double kill coming through for Toodaloo. Only cost him the Ignite. Vic trying to get onto the ADC. Linker has to be eaten by Lyre. Lyre will turn it back around, gets one reset onto Linker. He flashes away to try and keep himself alive. There's another reset for him onto Leona. He's going to do a kill. Oh my god, Lyre. Linker out of nowhere.
Oh, that was glorious. That was incredible. Well played. Dr. Linker, Esquire Linker. That is your MLS title. Hopefully win the final and season 10 to go with it. That was crazy. I mean, you thought, again, they would just win.
Let's look at this again.
Yeah.
So, nice land. Great Zenith play connecting onto Zaz. That's a humongous opening pick. Getting it onto Storms as well, stopping the extra CC coming through. But the fact that you're not able to get onto Linker, he's so close to the Nexus, it's barely even worth looking for him until you're all suddenly 2 HP and the rockets start flying in. He gets 1, gets a reset, gets 2, another reset, and then he gets an auto with the ultimate onto Zaz. He gets a double kill rather onto Urza, connecting through 1 more auto, finishes it off. They don't manage to finish the game, but it is very, very close now as these Nexus turrets are dropping very, very low. A 31-33 banger to open up this series, and we still have more to go.
Yeah, super mega pentakill, that's what it was. Yeah, awesome there. Well, Torim, yeah, how'd you enjoy that one?
Linker just absolutely spaced them and used his abilities perfectly, but credit to Lyre. He saved Linker so many times this game. Eats up Linker just one more time, allows him to get a chance to free fire. But I just want to quickly look back into why Blue Ben, Boomers, Smegma, and Washed Up collaboration are able to win some of these fights. When they just overload all of their utility onto Linker, at times you are seeing that Zaz and Storms aren't able to find enough space to get their abilities rotated, and they just don't have enough items on themselves because all of the gold is onto Linker at this point. So when they are going for these fights, Zaz actually opted into the Crypt Balloon to be a bit more useful to his team, but it makes it a bit more difficult.
They're going to allow the certain death onto Dasa, but he literally does not care. He's going to ult instantly, going to throw it away. They get themselves mid-tier 2. Sorman lands the ultimate onto Zaz, gets the solar flare, forces the flash again. So Zaz no flash, Linker no flash, no cleanse. If they can find a fight right now, it'd be great. However, the base is disintegrating before their very eyes. All 3 inhibs going to be taken as Linker already has GA as well. Full build on the Jinx. They get themselves out of there. Beautifully played across the map. Now that is a triple inhib and so many waves going to push in.
Human free through the gate. Trying to pinch off Linker.
Linker's caught off
left alone right now.
Whoa, Linker.
He has himself Guardian Angel, but he's caught off on the side. Sorman's going to look to try and find his way onto Zaz. Zaz is also caught off. But if we can have a look over, Linker's actually survived. He did have to pop the GA. His GA died, but he's still staying alive for so long, and now he's got the spacing. Finally gets taken out by the Leona of all people, and they actually maybe win this fight. There's no damage remaining. The Syndra is dead. The Jinx is dead, and it's just Dasa left alone. 1v5. He is going to fall. A clean ace coming through for WSB. No one can predict how this game is going to go.
They have no waves. They have no objectives to take.
Yeah. The waves are pushing right into them. They had to push these waves out. That's a double super wave. They can look. They're looking for the end, but Syndra's up in 20 seconds. You don't have this.
No, yeah, it's a bit of a kind of a not the most useful fight in the world, but
what is happening?
out there, no idea what he's doing, but yeah, kind of just a free fight there, and unfortunately, yeah, the waves just aren't where they wanted to be. You know, this is why you take these fights once you push the waves, because then you can obviously capitalize on it. So, you know, it doesn't do a huge amount there. But,
they're trying it. They're trying to end off this push. Zaz is there. Storm's there. Linker has just respawned. This is a very greedy play, but they have the Nexus open, but they cannot get the Nexus damage. They got both the Nexus turrets, but they can't finish off the game. And now that is a Leona stuck under the tier. Can we have a look at the blue base? The base has completely fallen apart. The super minions alone have managed to finish off this game. And here comes Dasa over the top, teleports in, and it is Sorman left alone with Adam. Maybe able to get it done, but there's so many minions. This poor Leona is getting eaten alive by supers. Dasa doesn't even want to hit the Nexus just yet. Adam trying to get him before he can, but that will be game. A greedy push by WSB. They didn't think they could win another fight. And because of it, they looked to end off a play that wasn't quite there. And that will be game 1, going the way of Crimson Flames. But what a game 1 it was.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, same again, please. I'll back and forth. Just like an extreme violent game of tennis where like a bloodbath spread across the whole game. You had the Linker pentakill, you had the wombo combo of the Misfits piling in, you had the base race. I mean, I think the right team won that one in the end strategically. But yeah, great all round. I think everyone did their part and had a good play to see. Yeah,
that was mental.
Yeah.
Linker comes out with 74,000 damage and 22,000 gold. The next highest on this team had only 14,000.
Can we have a look over there? There we go. Beautiful. I saw it on the side. Let's have a look at the scoreboard.
Peeking.
22,000 gold, but his teammates only 14,000. So if Linker did fall, there was no real damage threat compared to the enemy team.
Then again, if there's anyone you want to be in that exact position, it's A, Linker, and it's B, Jinx, right?
Yeah.
Like the perfect player or the perfect champion to be the hyper carry.
Yeah, I mean, it's a perfect marriage, isn't it? So Dessa, shout out 40k times, obviously Zaz doing his part and getting the kills where he could. See, he even went for kind of safer items as well there. Getting the heal after the kills as well, so I mean even Andrew was in on kind of sustaining the Jinx, right? So it was a real team effort, but they managed to survive in the end and see what game 2 brings.
Let's see indeed. We will take a short little break right now, give our voices a little break because my voice has been shot off that pentakill. We'll be back in just a few minutes with game 2's draft.
I say, hold up, got my glizzy, bang, bang. I say, hold up, got my glizzy, bang, bang.
Two different levels, I cannot relate. You never win if you playing it safe. It's all a game until you get played. You speaking so loud with nothing to say. Hey, I'm betting it all on me. And they said they ride for me. And they talk so bad on me. I know there's no friends in this business. That's why I keep my family close. Put in work and secure the bag and then take it back to my foes.
It's been a cold, cold summer. Ice in my veins, but you know I'm about to warm up. Yeah, it's been a cold, cold summer. Ice in my veins, but you know I'm about to warm up.
Time will only tell. You can try me if you want. Life can get real crazy. You can try me if you want. We gon' find out soon. 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 Look, I'm in a solid state, we ain't got the same drive. I know it's hard for you, these moments make me feel alive. Texas Pete, built different like a G5. If I'm not the one, you better doubt the 99. Let me get back, look, all I do is win. I got dubs in rotation. You see that I can lead, I should send the location. Okay, find me on the hill, yeah, no miseducation.
Welcome back, everyone, to the desk for Game 2. We have been graced by an absolute banger of a Game 1. But now, we turn our attentions to this second game. Crimson Flames 1-0 up in the series. How do the Mishmash team get back into this one?
Mishmash again, really. Almost just like a lottery, just like kind of put in 5 champs, see what comes out. But yeah, we were talking kind of off air, weren't we, that there's a few champs that could still come through. I think Maokai got banned, didn't it? In the
got
drafts,
banned.
obviously.
Zaya got banned.
Yeah, so obviously now we're just spanning the picks, right? So those will be available. I was kind of thinking even a Nocturne. I don't know if Vic plays the Nocturne, but those kind of all-in champs as well. They seem to do pretty well. But yeah, I think the coordination, like the ganking nation, was pretty good. The lanes, just then probably the kind of mid to late game macro play. Going for those objectives or fighting when you need to. The standard stuff, and I think they can win the second round. Yeah,
it worked. But the game worked best when they could split up a fight and when they could all jive at the same time. Now we've already took quite a few of those champions off the board, and you're gonna have to think what kind of champions can work in the ADC position for Tudelu to play. Does he have a Kai'Sa in his wheelhouse? Does he have any more of the ADCs?
They did ban Kai'Sa game 1.
They did ban it. Or does Tudelu keep having to play these off meta style picks, and does he opt to go towards characters potentially like Yasuo? He's a great character that you can play in the bot lane with that wind wall, has the ultimate to join in for any wombo combos, especially if there's a knock-up available. So they still have some options, but it will slowly start to thin out, and they need to show some kind of upper style of play if they want to take down CF in the upcoming games.
I think the massive thing for this game is the CF are starting on blue side, and this time Linker actually gets to play Zaya. That is 2 massive factors that were not in game 1, and yet CF still managed to get the win through all the focus coming through onto Linker. This time he gets a champ that handles it better. What do we think is going to come through? The bans, by the way, will just be the picks that we saw in game 1, so don't worry about the bans, people. They will be the exact same champs that we just saw. We are only interested in the picks for this all-important game 2. CF having a lot of the work done already, and we're kind of expecting them to get game 2 at least on the desk. At least me personally, definitely expecting game 2 to go their way now that Linker is going to be on his Zaya. But what else can WSB do to try and put a spanner in those works?
They might just want to blind pick away the Rakan, because CF almost always go for the combination of the Zaya and the Rakan. It is the most played champion for Laya. He hasn't played it quite as much as Linker has played the Zaya, so they don't always pair him up, but most of the time they do. And they actually blind pick the Mundo for Dessa instead.
Wow. Now, I wonder if WSB potentially fall into the trap. I don't know if it is a trap or if it's just like something else. I don't know what you'd word it, but I don't think Toodaloo plays much Zaya. I think you have to be very careful of trying to take away the Zaya from Linker. It looks like they will play it a little bit safer instead, going Yorick of all things.
And they're hovering
the side lane
away of Maokai as well.
Okay, that's that is Maokai.
Yorick for Toodaloo. Yeah, I think
that's crazy.
Yeah, Toodaloo as he play Yorick, so I think they're just trying to lock in early picks, trying to go for the safe ones, trying to maybe not reveal what their main plan will be. Of course, Standard Pigs, but yeah, interesting that CF haven't prioritized like the Zaya, for instance, with the ADC. So waiting on that as well with the Sejuani. More beef on the menu for this one so far.
There is the Zaya.
Yeah. Okay. Second round.
Fair enough. I mean, I guess you can kind of take it at any point there, right? If you don't think that Toodaloo can snipe it from you, you can just take it whenever.
That's true.
There's no real rush.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And they're now hovering a Lilia, which
is this is another Toodaloo champ.
It is enough for Toodaloo champ. I'm not sure how it works with the team comp they are currently forming. Yorick and Maokai and Lilia, I don't feel like they are the perfect at synergizing. Lilia is gonna. Lilia will be going around a team fight, trying to get a nice sleep at different points and times. You can maybe pair it up with the Maokai, but that Yorick's gonna want to side lane and split push instead. And when it's in a team fight, I don't feel like it's gonna be able to set up this Lilia in any kind of sufficient way.
Yeah. It's once again what we've come to expect from WSB. It's just random champs put together, and let's see what they can do. Right? This is what they do. We might even be graced by the Urza Vi. Not quite. Not quite yet.
Oh, yes, we like that.
This is so flexible. Like, what is going anywhere here?
Well,
if Urza did pick up the Neferi, he did have a really good showing when he did play it.
Yeah. He played it mid lane on Thursday in the semi-final. But the Neferi jungle's pretty strong. I mean, the change has been pretty good. So I think Urza. So
4 of these can go jungle.
Yeah, no, true. I mean, yeah, Yorick did get nerfed a bit, so still decently strong, but not as strong as he's been. So I think, Vix obviously can play a few of these champs, but that's good. Like I said, keeping it guessing. I mean, CF probably as we are.
I mean, they know that they need a support, and they're just going to take a support.
Yeah, exactly. Renata, nice.
Not the
nice
Rakan though.
Yeah.
Not the Rakan.
Interesting. But there you go. So CF fully locked in, and WSB just looking to pick their last champ of this fiesta. I mean, no range so far, and they're going to continue the trend of the all-out ballsy bash.
I mean, this is perfect for Azaya, though. You guys are playing melees into Azaya
as well.
You're playing melees into, please come attack us. We want you to come attack us.
Yeah. BP said,
step into our range, let us kill you.
Yeah, Renata comes out with a hostile takeover, and they kill themselves. So, no ADC, though. Obviously, the whole point, the best targets for a Renata ult is ADCs, right? So, like a Twitch in his spray and pray, those kind of ones. So, but yeah, the Vi lockdown, Neferi, gone mid there, and looks like a Lilia Maokai bottom lane. So, why not? If it's the last ever final, let's have the first ever Lilia Maokai bot lane. If it's probably been played before. But, juicy.
You could tell me that's the first ever and I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, Urza's going to have to rely on his Aurelion Soul knowledge a hell of a lot in this matchup. He is going to have to eke out any single window of punishment against Zaz that he can to even potentially survive this laning phase without being constantly shoved under turret. And he's going to have to try and find massive impact on this Neferi, using the packs and the hounds and the ability to roam very effectively to his advantage. The only issue is this Aurelion Soul can fly after him But he does have a good combination to follow up with. He can combine with the Vi and the Lydia quite well, and the Maokai will give him room to play out these fights. As I said, the Yorick is actually the only one I don't think fits in with the rest of the team necessarily, but Adam could just become a menace on the sideline instead of actually joining up in the fights.
The issue is that, yeah, I'm a menace in the side lane, sure, but you can be matched by either of them, right? Asol and Mundo, very happy to exist in a side lane. You kind of want them in the fight, but you don't need the Mundo in a fight. You have Sejuani for your tankiness. Renata can kind of exist on the front line by virtue of how much peel she has for herself and for her team. You might just be fine leaving it in a 4v4 and probably winning in this 4v4 as well, even without the Yorick. And then Mundo, beyond 20 minutes, might just start winning into the Yorick anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how the kind of the narrative of the game goes, right? You know, first levels and that, everyone's squishy really to an extent. And then as the game goes on with items, like you said, Yorick in the side lane could pretty much face up against anyone. You know, just got to be careful of not overstepping. You know, Mundo can hold the wave, I'm sure. Yeah, so I'm interested to see how CF approach this. You know, they've got a few strategies. The Aurelian Soul is the late game. The Xayah obviously will be scaling. But in terms of macro, you know, like, you know, where do you kind of go for? Are you going for these team fights? Are you going for these picks? I mean, there's a few options there, I think.
Well, this is our draft for Game 2. We've had a little look through it. Let's have a look at some more specific lanes while we have a little bit of time on our hands. The Xayah Renata into potentially world first Lilia Maokai. I feel a bit harsh asking this, but how does this lane play out?
I'll leave it to you, Weltorim. Go for it.
If you don't get poked out by the feathers really, really early on, there is a slight chance that you can get to your first burn item and just naturally sustain damage throughout the lane. You can just use the fact that you have the criticals and just try and cheese it with Maokai to set him up for 3 critical hits and just get massive chunks onto the Xayah consistently to try and punish the lane phase. So there is a small window there, and also you have that Maokai's ultimate, which is one of the most deadly in the game for just setting up any kind of plays. And again, until Xayah has level 6, the Vi can just come down to the lane, press ult if they hit 6 first, and just win out the game straight up.
Well, we are loading into the Rift for this Game 2, and we are paused on the Rift in Game 2. As is the way with League of Legends sometimes, we have these early pauses. Nothing we can do about it. It is just what it is. We will have an emergency bathroom break. Interesting. Crimson Flames,
Maybe
Zaz boxing a teammate right there.
No, that goes into...
I need to shit so bad, pause. That's a nice quote.
Yeah, that's going to go into the history books of the MLS.
So, hold on, let's work this out.
I'll be faster.
Sejuani's typing, Renata's typing, Asol's typing. So it's Linka or it's Dasa. Place your bets. Who is this?
Wait, so no, it can be that it could be...
Is Linka or Dasa?
It cannot be Zaz, no?
Oh, it says... I'm not going to say any names, but it's top. Okay. Well, that's kind of boring. Storm's a Doc's the top laner.
Yeah. You got to, you know, the nerves coming through. But he's done. He's flushed his system. He's ready. Mundo is ready. Dessa is ready to hit the Rift for Game 2. Yeah, but I mean, you know, again, do we crucially think that, you know, CF... they managed to kind of just weather the storm and just like, you know, I feel like this is the best example I can think of the Romans against the barbarians. Like, you know, I don't know if you've seen Gladiator, right?
That is that is so good.
That's actually what this is right now. The regimented soldiers of CF doing what they should do and train to do against the barbarians that just come at them with everything they've got with their axes. Do we think the regimented Romans CF are going to take down the barbarians
I think they should be able to in this game. Linker is on the most comfortable of comfort. Zaz, if he isn't killed instantly, is going to have so much value. And even late game, just pressing E is going to have a disgusting amount of value on this A-Sol. And I don't think it can be matched by anything, or any one specific champ from WSB.
Yeah.
Maybe all 5 together can get something done, but one alone will not be enough this time around. Game 2 is underway for real this time, as they will invade onto the bot side. There is, however, a ward already here as we get our little spec delay pause. We were back into things.
Yeah.
And Linker gonna let them know that they saw them running there. A little bit of poke damage, but nothing really to worry about.
Yeah, not going too crazy on kind of the level 1 shenanigans. Both sides, but good vision, I think this is what you do in the early game. A lot of teams linger around their own lanes, their jungle, they just kind of admire the view, but, use this time to gather information. Where's your team starting? Where are they looking? Obviously, not warding the obvious spots, so you see Liar...
That's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah, look, Liar wasting a scanner. So now, simple things like that means now he doesn't have... he's got 1 charge of it going through, but, using that scanner, not clearing a ward, that ward there you can see maybe...
He'll get vision on the Raptors. It's just not anywhere that it was expected. That's amazing.
Observer can show us down to where Storms is, showing us that ward and that vision. Show us that it's really important, and it just goes to show that kind of vision there. There you go, walking right through the ward. There he is,
and he's not taking his Raptors. He's going to go for the invade. Yeah. They will see this happening with that vision, and now Vic could potentially go for the cross map if he wants to. Right. Knows for a fact that there's a Sejuani on his blue camps. He can either go defend them. He is, of course, warded on his Raptors himself, so he has to be a little bit careful if he decides to invade. The ward is not quite ending just yet. But both sides going to have a little bit of different jungle pathing. I think Vic kind of has to invade here, because fighting the Sejuani, who is going to be level 3 by the time you get down there, going to be very, very difficult. I don't think they spotted it on the map. They had the vision, they had the knowledge this was happening.
So
Vic might be able to get his walls. Maybe he's just fine. Maybe he's just fine, gets the walls, then goes across. This is very odd.
Yeah, I don't think he's looked at
There's the Storms behind the bot lane. They don't know about this at all. Storms has managed to find his way right the way back to the bot lane. Stormman actually went forward on the route, and he's just dead. First blood to Linker. Right? There we go.
Eventually. Yeah, they do get over to him. And partly it's a little bit of the fact that Linker did let the wave completely get shoved into him, but we didn't discuss it enough. But Tudelu on this Lilia just completely shreds through these waves in this early game and just had constant push. So Storms just using the fact that they seemed unaware with Vi going down to the bot side pathing and just takes the opportunity and they don't react.
Yeah, and this not only puts the Vi behind it, like it puts the bot lane behind as well. A great play. They will look to counter it with the invade finally coming through from Vic. He will look for these topside camps, but it might feel a little bit too little too late. The fact that he wasn't able to get there in time for that bot side play means that everything he did in response is now basically in vain. They have the vision onto Storms though. He's a little bit caught out himself. There's a Maokai, level 2. Doesn't give a damn. He's managed to find his way into Storms, and that is going to cancel out the early advantage that he got. But, I mean, a kill onto a Maokai against a kill onto a Xayah, I know which I take.
Yeah, Maokai's going to carry us. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we know.
Another interesting thing with this Maokai is, yes, the exhaust might be able to potentially help you win through this laning phase, but with this already being upset a little bit, it's going to make it a lot more difficult. And if you're behind, this exhaust isn't necessarily punish anyone specifically. You might be able to slow down the Renekton a bit.
I think that is just a late game insurance policy of this guy's going to do way too much damage. Let's just throw this at him and hope. Counterpoint to the very ahead is Vic is now very ahead of Storms once again. We saw this in game 1, and it was kind of how WSB managed to stay in that game for so long, right? He was able to get himself an early lead like he has here, 20 CS in the jungle at 5 minutes. He's got every top camp, top scuttle, he's got some recamps, and now he's going to the bot scuttle as well. Meanwhile, Storms has got himself 4 camps overall this game in terms of gold. That is a massive difference that could open further, but this time it's come at the cost of Linker going ahead. Whereas last game they managed to put Linker behind. Let's see what they can do as they go for another play onto the bot side. A humongous blade caller onto Vic, who is now rooted in the lane. Urza has found his way into Storms, and Storms is once again caught somewhere he's not quite allowed to be. Toodaloo gonna be able to escape. Nice swell seed to put the slow onto the bot lane. So another kill onto this poor Sejuani, who by the way had to flash out and is still only at 16 CS, approaching 6 minutes.
Yeah, it's slipping a bit, isn't it? But really interesting, yeah, going for that. Really threw absolutely everything. Went for the early slow move speed. Linker doesn't use a flash or barrier in that, but you can see that the Dragon focus is there. So said that Vic is keeping ahead of CS. Storm's a bit behind now, and at least is a Sejuani. So yeah, but Linker no real threat there. They've got to do better. Jump him somehow.
And the crazy thing is, this CS is shared across the board. Sorry to cut you off, but like, look at the CS diff everywhere, right? Like mid lane has the kill from Urza getting that getting across onto Storms, and he's also up like 2 waves worth of money. Top lane's also up a wave. He just got the back off compared to the Mundo, who's only just able to take it. Early Tiamat, definitely a choice for the Mundo, but the gold diff overall is not as much as it once was. It was up over 1,000, but it's still significant enough this early on for WSB.
It's definitely an interesting choice by Storms, as you saw Vic and the Maokai going down onto the bot wave, and he just starts up the Drake by himself when his ADC and support cannot come over and support him in any kind of fashion. And Urza just uses the fact that he has push against Zaz and rotates down and gets a free kill for himself.
It does feel a little bit greedy when you do play like that, but Toodaloo may have been caught out himself. He does have 6, he does have the Lilting Lullaby, he connects his passive onto both of them, and they now have to respect this, especially without having 6 on either of them. Toodaloo can definitely get himself out of these types of plays. He does take a slightly bad trade for it, but he'll be fine in the long run. Especially now that Sauron has managed to get himself down here. But that is a level 3 Maokai, by the way.
Yeah,
not very... That Lilting Lullaby connects onto... Oh, what a route! What a humongous handshake! Pulls him away! That Liar's just changed that whole play. That is a kill on the ADC, and instead it has turned into a 1-for-0 with Toodaloo having to run away from the wave. A massive play coming through from Liar. A humongous handshake to keep Linker alive, get the kill onto the underleveled Maokai, and force the leader away as well. What a play.
That was insane. I mean, that was... bring it back. Watch that handshake.
Nice flash away. Gets away from the Lilting Lullaby. It connects, goes for the bonk, and the handshake is pure.
Yeah, and it sets up the Feather Recall, which just keeps the CC even longer than earlier.
We're playing over Grubs here. That's a connection onto Adam. He tried to flash away, but he didn't quite make it away. But instead, it is Zaz. The early ASOL has fallen a 2-for-0. Grubs also still going to go the way of WSB. Crimson Flames looking for him. He's not quite made. Yeah, I mean, this is still a level 3 Maokai, folks. He is paper thin right now. I think he may have been turned into paper because he has just been mulched out. Linker looking to go a little bit further. They're actually going to get all 3 of the Grubs here for Crimson Flames somehow. As Vic also didn't want to stick around. Pushes in mid-wave, but I don't know how they managed it, but they got 3 Grubs out of this.
Yeah, crazy. I know, yeah, you thought that at least WSB were going to take 1, but they kind of just presented themselves to Linker. They're like, hey, you haven't had a kill for a while. Here's another one. And it was a nice sidestep. Shout out to Urza as well. He sidestepped the Feather Storm at the end to not get rooted to the spot and at least survive there. But yeah, weird that set up for the objective and not getting any. So 3, of course, now fully go over to CF and big turret damage there.
At least spotting on vision, but Liar's got to be a little bit careful. As Maokai is going to get some onto Lilia, and Toodaloo is there as well, but he doesn't have his ultimate to sleep him. The Knight will get away.
Yeah, had hostile takeover as well. He had a lot of safety. Even it might not have looked like it, he was fine for quite a while there. Toodaloo, knowing he doesn't need to use the ult to, there's no reason to. You're just gonna have to disengage anyway. Don't want to waste it. Get a little bit of quiet coming over the rift. Let's have a look down at the scoreboard already. Urza 2-1-0. Got himself onto that Ghost Blade so early on this game. He's not been able to do anything with the Ice Spike just yet. But I can imagine into this mid matchup, the Acel having to back this close to the Rylai's without having to get it. Zaz cannot be feeling great about this back right now. He is like 400 gold away from his first item, playing into a lethality Neferi.
Is he going Rylai's first? Yeah, is it Rylai's first item? Yeah. So Giant's Belt in there. So yeah, not much action really apart from the bot lane. Kind of Mundo and Yorick, probably the most like farmy top laners you can get. Just kind of enjoying themselves. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, he's doing well with that 100 CS mark. And have some more action here though. Easy kill. Yeah.
So it's not going to time to go down. How much takeover comes out as well?
They keep trying to get these kills over to Linker, and honestly, when you can, you may as well hand them over to this ADC.
Yeah.
You know from the start that is always going to be your win con, so may as well start as you mean to go on. 3 kills already. Doesn't have his item just yet, but I'm sure he has to go for it when he presses B. Toodaloo lands a Swell Seed onto just Storms, but the Drake is there. Hextech is the nature as Storms once again walking up a little bit beyond what he may be allowed to, and he gets connected on again. This is a 2-man Lilting Lullaby. Link is the only one not caught. Nice. He's going to go into the Feather Storm to dodge away from the massive bomb coming through from Lilia, but here comes Vic instead. The cease and desist does exactly that. That is a dead Vi instantly. The Renata also falls. Storms flying in over the top. Zaz just about able to escape. Potentially the Maiden not going to get enough. Adam TP down, but he isn't able to get the kill onto the Acel. Data will claim a good bit back for it on top side. But a 3-for-1 and probably the Drake going over as well, even though Vic died. Another big play for WSB as we have a look at the replay.
Yeah,
really
again,
nice.
it's been great team coordination. Even in these messy fights, they just split up the fight just enough so that it ends up going in their favor. They find 2 people at once, and then they end up taking the other 2 down afterwards as well. And they use the wall just to make sure that the fight is in their favor, and they use the fact that they have the threat of the Lilting Lullaby rather than actually activating it to scare away the Sejuani from the rest of the fight.
Okay. They haven't managed to get the Drake just yet, though. There's a flash handshake coming in from Laya.
Oh, nice.
That's Maokai is still not level 6, by the way. He is still waiting on his ultimate. And that is a leash on the Drake instead. Hand it over to Storms. It's not showing on the overlay. Who got the first Chemtech Drake? I kind of forgot.
WSB got the first Chemtech Drake.
So it's 1-to-1 on Drakes into an Ocean Soul. At home, just kind of pretend that there's a little like Chemtech thing in the top.
Just make write it manually. Yeah. So yeah, 1 apiece on the dragon. But yeah,
Can this Maokai please get level 6? Please.
Soon. They keep killing him. Can't let the tree grow. You know, you can't keep.
Just stand in the wave. Just go down to the wave. Get the XP.
Sarah Menaman. Yeah, he doesn't want. How long can you avoid level 6? That's the real challenge here.
It's not a challenge that you want to be playing as Maokai, though. You need that ultimate. It's what makes you useful. It's why you can be a low economy support champ, right? You hit 6, you don't need anything else. That is exactly what you do. It's not as powerful as when you're in the jungle, but now he's still just about landed. He's made it. Yeah, he's dead.
Congratulations, you're dead.
He's also only worth 100 gold. So Storm's claiming a cannon minion for the kill. Congrats to you. That should be at least Heartsteel for him as he presses B. Oh, I don't know what to feel. I don't know what to feel about this Maokai. 6 deaths out of 7 for his team.
Yeah,
watching
given, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I mean,
certainly one of those games.
Yeah, given a bit of gold, but now there might be a fight gradually. No, seems to walk away in the end, but yeah, a lot of fights all round. You know, the Xayah Linker has got that Yuntan item now as well, and then the Cull almost fully finished. So yeah, getting to some interesting stages of players getting items. The Yorick just got the Heartsteel there, and so going to be hopefully trying to stack, but actually hasn't hit the Mundo yet. I don't know how he just got it recently, but he's not been able to melee the Mundo once yet, and not a single stack on his Heartsteel, which is interesting.
I don't think I've seen this version of Yorick. I don't know if it's just because he's into the Mundo, but typically Yorick recently has been playing a lot more Triforce, like Triforce Hullbreaker, just trying to go massive damage, massive split push potential. This time going more tanky. He might actually look to play around more team fights as a result of this.
Yeah.
So it could end up being a good thing for WSB, but in return it means that the other team's going to have a lot of split push threat. Thinking ASOL side lane. Who can really match into an ASOL side lane in this game? Mundo as well now. Starting off with the Titanic Hydra of all things, but he's still going to get incredibly tanky as Rift Herald is claimed by WSB, but it might come at the cost of their bot tier 1. Toodaloo has to give this one up. He won't lose much in terms of minions, but it is a nice gold injection going over a 1.5k gold lead for Linker, as Dasa may have been caught out on the wrong side of the Rift by Adam here. If he has Demolish, he might just get turret, actually.
Yeah. Dasa is trapped on the wrong side of the Rift. That's Demolish, as you say. Vic is on the way up to potentially collapse onto Dasa as well. The wave isn't there for him to even get close to the turret, and Vic's already here now. He has blue buff as well. Just to seal the deal. Heartsteel potentially finally going to be getting by Adam for the first time. And he just popped the ulti. He's already got a lot of that health back, but he also got Urza rotating up to seal the deal on the kill. And they do take down Desa eventually. But it does require 3 members of the team to rotate up here.
Yeah.
But it also requires the Sejuani catching bot waves, so...
Yeah, a lot of resources burned for that one. But a 3rd kill for Urza is pretty useful. But the objective team, the Roman army, they're knocking them down. They take down another turret almost. No, not quite. I thought they'd really smash that one. But, of course, the strategy, the Roman general calls them back. And the barbarians are on the march again. But a bit of a cluster in the mid here.
They can look for the fight here. Nature's Grasp needs to come through. The Glacial Prison missed. Here comes Nature's Grasp. Gets the root onto a 3rd as well. Catches the Assault in the back. He has the empowered ultimate. Does Zaz, but he isn't able to use it just yet. The skies will only descend once this Drake is on the Rift. Soroman is going to look to just go in. There comes the skies descending onto the Rift, connecting as well.
Ignites him as well. Vic tries
Storms
to
is going to fall early in this one. Urza finally getting it done as well as Vic. I have lagged out. I can't see what's happening.
Laya ends up taking down the Malcolm on the backside of the fight. Urza ends up getting Zaz eventually on the end as Laya and Linker are fighting 2v2. They find Urza lose now just running away from the fight. Does have a burn onto Laya, but gets the fruit to heal himself back up. And it's a 2 for 3 in favor of CF in the end in that fight.
Held on strong there, didn't they? Kind of seemed like they were going to lose that fight, but again, the bot lane duo, the bot lane bros that are Linker and Laya, really held firm and able to take them down and take the wave. Urza, jumped on the Sejuani, eventually got the kill, but obviously burned all the resources, and unfortunately had to go down. So interesting fight there.
Doesn't end up falling down as a 2.9k gold lead has now formed for Linker. He picks up the Infinity Edge as his 2nd item in the game. He is now hitting a massive 2-item power spike for the next Ocean Drake that is spawning up onto the Rift. Storms does have his armor already back available to him as well after it missed. Vic is going to be trying to find some vision clearance, but Laya's instantly going to get that vision back down. Dasa's keeping in for this. Vic's just going to charge away. And Saruman is just standing in front of
coming. They want to make a play out of this. They've managed to find a way onto Dasa. He's going to be caught out on the side, but he is still a Mundo with the ultimate. They're looking to try and just burst him out, but that's not an option as the Glacial Prison connects onto the Maokai. Everything flying over the top. Vic will fall instantly. Zaz is extremely one hit. Finally falls to Urza, who gets a reset onto the ultimate as well. The Hounds looking to do some damage as Adam's caught in the middle of nowhere. Gets a couple of Heartsteel procs before he falls. A 2v4 now for Urza and Toodaloo, who gets flashed on by the Mundo. Can't make it over the wall. Falls again, and now it is Storms looking to try and clear up the final member of WSB. Urza trying to sort them out. They're very, very low here. Linker is the only one with a lot of HP remaining.
Yeah, I don't think you go in there. I think you just... Yeah, I think you just accept...
Linker flashing forward in the face of danger into the bush and secures the kill onto Urza on the back end as well.
Just a little bit greedy, isn't it? it feels like a lot of times it's a little bit greedy. A nice glacial prison to start this fight off from Storms, and it just kind of escalated from there.
Yeah. No, exactly. I think locked them down. Sky's Descend as well was really nice. In the middle of the enemy team, all the damage you wanted to get out came out. Linker, and then just blew them out the water, and an ace in the end, basically with Urza going down, flashing in for the kill, and nice clean play there, getting their second Drake of the game. And
they ended up taking the fight before Tidaloo has ultimate. Like, if they take that fight and Tidaloo has ultimate, it can go entirely differently to how it ended up going. If he finds a multi-man sleep, they just wipe over that fight. But, you know, they ended up taking it before, and that might just be a little bit of coordination lacking from them.
I feel like you don't win the fights if you don't have that CC coming through as well. Nature's Grasp is fine, but compared to the engage that came onto the Maokai,
yeah,
basically useless at that point. It's very telegraphed where the Nature's Grasp is coming from, where it's going to root. People can line up, get out of it if they need to. You need to have that sleep, but taking the fight early, you pointed out, it's just cost them. And now they're down like 2.5k into a team that very outscales them.
Yeah, and Linker has accelerated massively and has acquired his Mortal Reminder, so he's now got that defense pen. It's not the LDR just yet, but he still ends up getting that defense pen, which is going to help him out quite a lot to do a lot of damage now. And as you said, Durham again caught out lacking a little bit this game, ends up popping his ult way before they even need to try and go for a fight, and he might actually want to prefer to use it defensively to keep his team alive at this point rather than offensively.
Yeah, it's coming up soon, so keep your summoner spells fresh, and we might have another fight in as well. Went for it, but in the end, no kill there. But fair as well. Like Lyre been able to stay out of trouble as well. Not been taken down too many times.
Here with Vic.
They've done this multiple times, but this time it is different. Dasa has help on the way. He finally rejoices to the skies as Storms is coming in. Zaz as well over the top. Into the black hole goes the Lilia. Vic is caught out too. Adam on the back end will fall to Linker. And they try to make the play on the side lane. It's been working the whole of game one. Dasa getting caught out was how they were managing to try and spread them out. But Crimson Flames realize the objective is down there, wanting to send all 5 in retaliation, and only 3 of WSB committed. Urza and Sauru deciding not to this time. It comes at the cost of quite a few of their team members, as well as Atakan and a bot tier 2. This is a humongous play right now for CF.
Yeah. And as you see in that fight, the Aurelion Soul ends up just flying over the top, brings down the Thunder, brings down the Breath of Death, and the team gets completely split apart. And Adam has no way of getting into the fight when he is completely choked off towards the turret.
Yeah. Oh my god, this fire. How often have you been saying that today?
Out of nowhere, 11-1, but it just goes to show that these small leads, suddenly you just get 2 good team fights and bam, you're into like full 3 completed items at 23 minutes. Is pretty nuts. So, stick to your strategy, know what you're doing, don't fear the kind of weird comp, the engaging comp, just stick to your strategy and you will come out trumps. So, kudos to Linker and the team. They're on track for game 2 at the moment, but not all hope is lost, I'd say. Crimson Flame, still got it to fight. Tudelu can do something, should be able to dodge the Dessa, pretty simple. I think they're looking for maybe another kill.
They're going to go for it again.
Yeah, the bird coming through.
Starting to make his way down. We saw it not work the first time. This time it should. But I mean, it's a Mundo at the end of the day. It takes him so long to fall. They don't have the damage. They don't even have anti-heal on him. He finally falls to Vic, who gets himself another kill. 4-4-4.
Alongside the following Staz into the fight.
I think they win this. Yeah.
Storm's gonna get
the reset and then moving back onto Storms. The flash keeps him alive a little bit longer, but doesn't keep him alive for the duration of the fight. And Zaz shows up, but Urza just follows him down for the fight. They do end up requiring the mid turret. which is going to be more gold for Linker. And it feels like as long as he has fed, they have no way of losing this game.
I'm going to go for Drake here. This is interesting. They should be able to get it, but I'm wondering if Linker and Liar look to make the play. 3k left on Drake. They're going to be able to finish that off. Now Linker and Liar have to be very careful. They're positioning for a fight. They've just been absolutely obliterated. Vic going for the flash Q, gets pulled back by the handshake. He's also going to fall. A double kill for Linker. Goes into the Featherstorm. Dasa looking to chase down Adam on the top side. Urza looks to have escaped for now. But the TP coming in again from Zaz this time onto Adam. The Ghouls will do absolutely nothing. They'll just give the ASOL a couple more stacks before Adam falls. A 3-for-0. After getting the Drake, they can't escape from the Zaya's from the Zaya's grasp. It's just complete death anywhere near Linker, and it will be Baron.
Yeah. Let's just go to game 3, boys, shall we? Should we just call it there? Let's look at the next one, because Toodaloo basically
just got that early.
Yeah.
The takeover was beautiful and denies Adam and Urza from getting onto Linker perfectly.
Yeah, really nice. Yeah, it was again just move back, kind of move your positioning well and move back well as the team kind of to you, do your damage, return fire, and rest is history. So Toodaloo's got to be careful now, kind of just standing up like that. They need like a Nature's Grasp. Even Vic was struggling there on the Vi. A cease and desist. After the Featherstorm has popped, so you got to time it. Urza's the one maybe that can take down Linker, in a burst, but it's going to be tough at this point now.
Yeah, we're giving all of the gold and the glory to Linker, but Liar's doing a bunch of dirty work, as Dasa has to be careful on the sideline. He has ultimate, and he is just buying so much time so that his team can siege in the mid lane. He's
taking 43
down eventually, and this is just going to leave him a 4v3. As he pops the ultimate, he gets half of his health back in an instant, and it's only Serum Men around to help Urza. Urza's actually going to be the one to fall instead, and that's just going to be Serum Men going to fall as the siege in mid lane takes down the inhibitor as well. The Bookcase lands to slow him up yet again. This is just going to walk past the wave, and the rest of the team is rotated down to finish it off with him.
He flashed? No, don't flash. You're dead.
Serum Men, man. Yeah. Unfortunate.
Don't flash when you're already dead, please. Accept death, embrace it.
Yeah.
Can't do anything at that point. Dasa is just completely unkillable in this side lane.
Oh, man.
He still isn't dying. The maximum dosage is doing so much work right now. And that's Zaz looking to push this in further. Another turret, another inhib. Only the top side remains. They might be able to end before it even matters. Urza is up in 3 more seconds. They can try and stall, but the push is just coming in. And Dasa on the bot side, tanking up. He might fall. Finally! No, he's still alive.
No health lost.
Not enough. Urza trying to save his KDA. Get out of there, little dog. But Linker says, no thank you. I want even more.
Wow.
Ends up the game at 15-1-9. 24 KDA for the game. 8k ahead of his bot lane companion. Another dominant performance.
Clinical. Clinical is the only word to describe how Linker and Liar played that game. Both fooled only once this game across the entire duration, and they find fight after fight. Time and time again, they utilize the ultimates and their summoner spells and do never get caught at any crucial fights.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at some of those stats while we're here.
Didn't really see a massive threat, right? I mean, Linker did pretty well. I mean, interestingly, took the exhaust cleanse. Oh no,
that's not right.
Oh my
That is very not right.
I was like, did he take exhaust cleanse? Then I realized. So, yeah, thank you, Riot. Carry on with some new glitches.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, double flash Neferi. I mean, that should have won, right? But there you go. So, great damage coming out again. Unfortunately, a bit of a, I think, a more difficult comp for WSB to kind of pull off, really. So the Pantheon did well at the start in the first one. So no Zion, no Jinx now. So who's Linker going to carry with now, do you reckon? Is it going to be like a in a Felios. Felios would be great. That would really cement him. I mean, if he wins,
He has not played a Folio this season.
No fun.
Yeah, I didn't think. Yeah, I didn't think that'd be an interesting one. But
Good hyper carry trap though. He's played Zeri
no,
once. He's played Kosa 4 times.
So why didn't they just ban like as many ADCs? I mean, they can't ban, can they?
They can't ban.
Yeah,
They could just play all the ADCs in a team comp if they really wanted to.
It's a bit late now though. Game 3.
It's a bit
You
late
lose
now.
this, you're out.
late for that. But there you go. Cool. Well, maybe we just take a little break. Yeah, sorry, I don't know, stealing your thunder there. Go for it, Rue. Yeah.
No, you go for it. All yours.
Thank you.
All yours.
No, yeah. No, I'm just the analyst here. I'll bring you some stats and things. It's all good. Yeah, we're gonna give us a breather, I think, guys. Coming for game 3, match point, isn't it? For Crimson Flame. So yeah, we'll chat back and ready to go again. Nice.
Two different levels, I cannot relate. You never win if you playing it safe. It's all a game until you get played. You speaking so loud with nothing to say.
Hey, I'm betting it all on me. And they said they ride for me. And they talk so bad on me. I know there's no friends in this business. That's why I keep my family close. Put in work and secure the bag and then take it back to my foes.
It's been a cold, cold summer. Ice in my veins, but you know I'm about to warm up. Yeah, it's been a cold, cold summer. Ice in my veins, but you know I'm about to warm up.
Time will only tell. You can try me if you want. Life can get real crazy. You can try me if you want. We gon' find out soon. 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 Look, I'm in a solid state, we ain't got the same drive. I know it's hard for you, these moments make me feel alive.
Texas speeding, built different like a G5. If I'm not the one, you better doubt the 99.
Let me get back, look, all I do is win. I got dubs in rotation. You see that I can lead, I should send the location.
Okay, find me on the hill, yeah, no miseducation. Yeah, I never lost one, yeah, cut that dedication.
It's been a cold, cold summer. Ice in my veins, but you know I'm about to warm up. Yeah, it's been a cold, cold summer. Ice in my veins, but you know I'm about to warm up.
Time will only tell. You can try me if you want. Life can get real crazy. You can try me if you want. We gon' find out soon. We gon' find out soon.
We gon' find out soon. We gon' find out soon.
Welcome back to the studio. We are 2 games into this grand final. The best of 5, pretty dominant so far for the Crimson Flames. Is it going to turn around, or is it going to be more of the same? We are yet to find out. What do we make of those first 2 games, boys? Because it's not been pretty.
So quiet, honestly. Not many kills at all. Like, just really boring.
Really boring. Really boring league. Really boring.
Like, come on, guys. Like, give us some good action. No, picking up where we left off, really. I mean, game 2 was a bit simpler. So, just a bit of a bloodbath and struggling to, I think, for WSB to kind of get a game plan, and these things happen. So refresh, you still got time. It's going to be a reverse sweep for WSB to win this now, which would be incredible and the most MLS thing
ever. It will be a tremendous feat to pull it off. They definitely could pull it off. They have definitely had chaotic gameplay styles, and the champions pools for Linker is dwindling slowly. However, Kaiser hasn't been played yet, Ezreal hasn't been played yet, and they are the next 2 champions within his pool, and you can only take away one of them in this draft.
And they're also very good at running away. Like, that's another thing. Both those champs, amazing escape potential.
Yes.
Something definitely to look out for.
Indeed.
Hello.
So, obviously...
That's the first pick.
Come through, and the first pick, the Rise... Yeah.
Okay. That could be into the bot lane. I feel like the range disadvantage might hurt him quite a bit there, though. Especially if it is the Ezreal taken up by Linker. We saw game 1, Crimson Flames ban Kaiser, and that's making me wonder if Toodaloo has it up his sleeve.
There's the Skarner for Storms.
There is the Skarner indeed. I'm not convinced by this champ. I think with how many nerfs it's had recently, it's definitely difficult, but if you can play it anywhere, it's in a team environment. There's the Aphelios! Yeah!
Oh, no way!
He picks his first Aphelios.
Did he hear you?
Finals.
Was he? Did you inspire him? I mean, that's pretty bold. But you know what? Fair play. Link to win this on Aphelios, then there's no argument or excuse why you win. And interestingly, in response to Nico, going to be locked in there. Yeah, gone for these wombo combos again. That's probably could be to Lou again as well.
I'd be very interested in seeing a Nocturne for this draft right now.
Yeah, I thought about Nocturne actually in the last draft, and I was like, I think that's a really good one, especially on Aphelios. If the Rakan comes through, it's all out now, isn't it? Really, WSB, sorry, yeah. Throw it on the line, go all out. This could be the last game of the MLS ever. So let's make it a show for the ages.
And these champs are definitely showing out. We have Rise, Pike, Nico. That is definitely on theme with what happened in Game 1, Game 2. Thresh, Aphelios, very solid combo.
It's a solid combo. I personally prefer Aphelios compared to any other ADC to always have an enchanter myself. Lulu is available, and Lulu is busted, so I am surprised that they do go to the Thresh. I know that Laya hasn't really played the Lulu, and he has played the Thresh.
A bit short of engage, though. Skarner and Thresh still, you're short, so maybe you can get away with the Enchanter if you take something that has some CC in top or mid. I think that might have been the path to go down. But this is the path that they've chosen. They chose to go for the Thresh. It'll definitely provide something in the lane, and into the Pike, I really don't mind it. There's the Shen, hello.
That is a lot of protection for the Aphelios.
The Shen, there you go, yeah.
Shen TP, Thresh Lantern, and Skarner Peel. How do you kill Linker?
Hi, Urgot is a decent way of doing decent damage, and if you can get through the front line, if you get through the front line and even hit Aphelios a little bit, you can execute him in 2 separate ways, so that health bar isn't necessarily as big, and then Bessa is one of the best dive champions in the game in its current state. And Urza is probably going to pick that up if I'm betting on anything.
I think so. I mean, the Urgot and Bessa could probably be flexed between top mid, but I'd assume Urza on the Ambessa sounds about right. Vic on his patented Nico jungle. It appears to be the way things are going to go. Rise Pike as a lane, I am less sold on, but we'll have to see how it works in the end. Malzahar is going to round out this draft, trying to neutralize some of this insane dive threat. We've seen it in Game 1, we've seen it in Game 2. This is what WSB want to do. They want to dive on to Linker, and Linker wants to survive said dive. Both teams planning around it. Who can pull it off better remains to be seen.
Yeah, it's again, we got the Roman generals against the mob, and it's short range. I mean, again, range isn't the game clearly for WSB. They should just be, their spears and axes and daggers and things. Pretty short range from CF, I will say this time.
Yeah.
Aphelios obviously really is the only range if you count Thresh's range on melee. But in terms of range damage, pretty kind of close quarters. So actually favours WSB pretty well, I say. The Ambessa is a good one. Urza's Ambessa is actually one of his strong picks that he knows. So into Malzahar should be all right early game, 3-6 for sure. And then, top lane's not really going to much happen there, and Linker is obviously the focus, the prime target, and I think they've got enough lockdown, I'd say.
Yeah, I think it all comes down to the public execution. I think if Urza is able to land that consistently, then that is going to be the swaying factor in this specific matchup. A way you could try and get it more consistent is by throwing Vic in there first, sending him out with the Pot Blossom, getting him to knock him up, throw him down to the ground, get him stunned on the floor, make it a very easy target to aim for. Apart from that, you haven't got all too great team-wide CC, but you have so much individual CC, right? Looking towards the Pike with his hook, the Urgot with his flip back, even the Rise to a certain extent has those kind of individual routes that he can hit. You kind of need it to land onto Linker, otherwise your team comp is completely pointless, and we saw through the first two games how CF were able to mitigate that, right? Both those games they're able to get around the fact that you're trying to kill my ADC with everything you've got. They managed to pull out both those wins. Let's see what they can do at third time.
Also, I feel this is going to be one of the easier Aphelios games in terms of gun rotations, because you don't have to try anything specials for this game plan to work. Arguably, the best gun rotation is the default gun rotation for Aphelios in this game, which is being sniper into purple, into blue, into red, into white. And that's just going to be quite easy to pull off in this game. And when you do have the white and the sniper together, you are completely outranging everyone on the enemy team. The only issue is if you don't have it, you are actually quite short range, especially if you have red and blue at any point in time. The Rise actually can punish you if you have those specific guns.
They are very high damage guns, though. It's a dangerous game to play, especially into a Rise. If you can get 2 rotations off, I think he kills you. But if you can kill him within the first rotation, before the cooldowns are back up, I think you might be able to take it, even with something like red and blue, because the damage that those two put out is just insane. The wave clear as well coming through, the ultimate, everything really just compounds when you're in that form. So it'll be interesting to see how Linker chooses to take that.
Yeah, I think Lincoln's got some, Aphelios has some good self-peel as well, so when bringing out the Moonlight Vigil, depending what gun you got, right? So you could have the is it Gravity gun, the purple one?
Graviton,
Graviton. Yeah, so can root the champs, the enemy team away from you, and heal as well off the red one. So if he's in a bit of spot of bother, so I think he's got the tools, but can he go on and win a 3-0 for the last ever MLS, as we are now on the Rift?
That is the big question. Loading in. CF, 2 maps already in their favor. 3 map points that they have to play with. Let's see if they can get it done. Once again, the level 1 from both teams is very, very solid. And once again, it'll be both of them looking to go for the invade, but this time around, it is once again no one to be found on either side as WSB get their way into the red jungle. Crimson Flames doing the exact same, opposite sides of the map, no one home.
Yeah, open the door and the house is empty on both sides of the map, right? So, curiously, Vic, whether he did actually notice great vision, deep blue there. So obviously, if Storms isn't on the red buff, then he started bot. So some potentially good information there. And as likewise for CF, of course, the red wall down on the red buff. So, that early information, really, really pivotal for this jungle Nico.
Yeah. Which always sounds weird. Every time anyone says it, it sounds weird. But it's just a thing he does.
Yeah, I mean, how viable is it? I mean, I guess you got the clear, right? But the cooldowns could be quite high.
If Storms goes through the wall, he might be able to actually sneak his red buff and not get spotted.
Yeah.
He does just generic path though, and he will get spotted.
Yeah, I've been spotted, yeah. Yeah, of course, you see that Blue Ward spotted Storms in the top side now, so has started top side and got that information as well. So both junglers going to know where each other are and rotate maybe as Adam on this. The skin is quite an interesting one as well, I thought. Yeah, got on his sunny holidays, and maybe we're all going to be on our holidays soon on the beach after this.
Nice from Lyre.
That's
the red gun available as well.
Not enough. Level over.
Yeah, level keeps him alive, keeps him topped up.
That was close. Adam on the top side, he's been flashed on. Dasa looking for the kill. That's an early flash.
Yeah, without
Vic is rotating down on the bot side of the map as well. His hit level 3 as well. He's going to climb as Adam. Lyre's just going to get caught out here. Lynx might just have to trade him away. He does have the precision though to get some damage on. Doesn't land the Q onto the Serum, so he ends up going to have to walk away. Vic doesn't have anything but Rise Q. Just barely doesn't hit onto Linker.
Massive ghost away from Linker. Gets him away, but still, first blood once again found by Vic, and once again in the bot lane. Definitely happened in game. It didn't happen in game 1 actually. Someone else died, and then he got a triple kill. I think it happened in game 2 though. I honestly don't remember.
I think game 2 maybe potentially. Yeah, I can't remember which one.
Either way, Dasa is walking very boldly forward here, but he has his sword.
Yeah.
Adam's also still a level down as well, but a nice trade by Urza. He used all of his energy, but gets a good little chunk again onto Zaz, who has to play this lane very carefully for the next couple of minutes.
Oh, taking some damage, the flash as well, the dash.
Oh, he doesn't get the flip back! He doesn't get the flip back!
Didn't get
oh,
the flip.
no! Both top laners having a little bit of an awkward time with their flash plays. Unfortunately for Dasa, he will still be falling here. Vic has made his way up, as well as Sorman on the pike. It will take a little second, but there we go with the Tangle Barbs. Kill going over to the Nico. Honestly, don't even know who you'd want that kill on. Between Nico and Pike, I think both are completely fine. But Nico early on, may as well. Still has his top side counts to clear. So Storm's at least having an advantage in clear for once. Feels like the first time today we've been able to say that.
Yeah.
But Vic making it work, and he's got a kill on bot and a kill on top.
Yeah, proactive this time. A couple of kills, kind of where he was in his first game. So, getting those kills stacked, and that's ultimately where their best chance was, where they were having a lead in that game, compared to last game, game 2, where he kind of struggled to really make a massive impact.
And we pointed out in draft as well, but I think that's probably the WSB's best chance of really getting onto Linker this game, right, is through your Nico.
Yeah.
Because it's very difficult with things like the Ambessa. If you can land it, that's amazing. But if they're already stunned, then you can't miss it, and that's so much better.
Yeah, lockdown, and then easier to land your abilities, right? So, Urza and Vic got to be on point. They got to be singing from the same hymn sheet to really lock down that Aphelios.
That is a disgusting.
And we got the first fight of the game.
Laya caught a little bit out here, but here comes the massive ultimate from Zaz. Laya has somehow escaped, by the way. That Thresh might have had 3 HP, I'm not sure. But now, yeah, Toodaloo caught a little bit far forward. Linker on blue, and nice hook from the Pike. Massive hook through, but he doesn't get the damage. And Vic gets suppressed into wall, flashed on by Storms, and Linker somehow gets the kill. A massive shutdown on to the Nico. Adam on the top side, still fighting, but that's a level 6. Shen, you don't want to be anywhere near that, buddy. And it will be first Drake going over to CF, a huge fight, and all the massive thing out of that, Linker's the one that gets the kill.
He had the graviton. He had the graviton on the target, and so he just pops it with the Q, and he gets the kill.
What are you doing again here? Urza has 6. He's going to go in for the Drake here. Forces at least one of them out. The Shen is going to TP on to
so much damage.
Little Pike. Another kill going. Vic might be able to get Storms, but he doesn't quite have the passive from his W. He fired out 2 autos. The third one would have been empowered, but it wasn't quite there. Urza now running away from Dasa as well. So it looked like they might be able to turn it around for just a second, but Dasa using his ult to perfection. And another team fight going the way of CF. It feels like a lot of the time it's been losing out early game and then finding a fight that just wins them and cracks this game wide open. It's just happened a little bit earlier today, in this game 3 rather.
Yeah, such a shame. Oh, nice.
I think he got out by himself in the bot side by Saruman.
He's just dead.
Yeah, that was well played by it. Yeah.
Opinions on kill on Pike.
Yeah, not the worst in the world, but yeah, it's something. So Saruman still in the fight here as well.
Big dodge. They're going to get the stun as well. Saruman still level 6 as Urza looks to try and make a play onto Zaz, who is seconds away from getting his ult back up. They went for the ground warp actually. That's a dead Dasa right there. Right, there we go. Sora over the top. Nice hook on the flash and the hook. That's crazy. Laya is also
being only level 3.
Support's a level 3 on red side. It just happens. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a thing.
It's just a thing.
Yeah, we'll see how long it takes Saruman to get 6 this time as well.
On Pike, he's probably going to rush the thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's level 4.
He should have Maokai.
Yeah, he's taking his time, but just kill some wards maybe, that'll get you the XP. Yeah.
He has a Dirk, he doesn't need anything else, he's full build.
Yeah, he's full build, yeah.
I've been checking Linker's Aphelios pass, and he knows how to use the sentry properly to set up the red gun, so he might be able to pop off.
Okay, that's definitely something to look for as it continues. But meanwhile, it is Grubs being taken by the Crimson Flames. The contest will be coming in from WSB, but of course Skarner has the overall ability. A little bit wide on the ultimate from the Urgot, but the drive-by doesn't actually get the smite down. The smite fight went to Vic, and now caught in Tangle Barbs, just going to die for a single Grub is Storms. 2-1 on the Grubs, and also the death. So a big play there from WSB, catching Storms a little bit greedy in that instance there. Just looking at where this gold lead is, it is in such an odd place. It's on support jungle. I'm really not sure. Is this gold lead fake?
Kind of, yeah.
It is a Pike and a Nico, which are able to carry way better than a tank or engage support would be able to, other than Pike.
But it's still Pike. He falls off a cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's still kind of climbing, getting his damage. I think up until maybe about 15 minutes, possibly, and then like you said, it's a lot tougher for him to kind of get the damage. But yeah, this is where he's got to roam. He's got to make his mark. He's got the couple of kills, then damage while he can. He can get Storms here, but he's got some help coming. Zaz is here as well.
Oh, he's going to be turned on instead. They get the spell shield early, gets the silence though, and he can't do any more damage, can Suleiman. The public execution from Urza is a millimeter wide. Vic will claim the red buff, so at least there's that, but using the ult from Urza to get a red buff probably didn't feel worth it. Toodaloo just millimeters away from getting hooked in by Laya, who's finally ticked up to level 4. That's big.
Yeah, nice. He's getting there.
He's getting there.
Yeah, yeah. Laya been good at the the kind of the cast supports, right? But
are we doing this right now?
I know. Is this a...
Who wins this? I don't even know who wins this. Both of them...
Jessa.
definitely okay, definitely. 2 Giant Spelts wins every single trade. You heard it here first. That's into a Tiamat and a Tunneler. He does not care. Dasa crushing on the side lane.
Yeah, the Titanic Hydra is going to be huge. If Adam does actually go the whole breaker this time, it's really nice on the Urgot to split. We'll see what he goes. But I have a feeling he's just going to go for the team fight, like Black Cleaver maybe. Would be really nice. You know, shred the tanks.
Linker has Yuntel for the next Drake objective to spawn up on the map.
Early, man.
Yeah.
First,
but Liar's not going to be level 6. Liar's still really behind on 6.
He's just hit 5.
Yeah, only just, right?
No
so,
box.
yeah.
Then again, Soru also has no ult either, right? He's only just ticked over level... Well, he's been on level 5 for ages, but he hasn't actually got any XP while being level 5. He's let his Rise get a mass amount of solo XP.
Oh.
Basically caught up to the solo laners as Adam, again looking for Dasa, gets the slow. He has Fear Beyond Death. He could look for this play, but he doesn't quite have the damage to get him quite low enough just yet. As Storm's looking for the lane gank, finds a ward instead, and that'll be all she wrote in terms of the gank. But Drake is still up for grabs. Zaz has taken an untimely back from Malignance on Malzahar.
Interesting.
Can we get some opinions on Malignance Malzahar before this fight starts? I don't think we can because Storm's making a fight start. The Impale hits onto 1, but it is just the 1 as a massive run walk away gets them the hell out of dodge. Dasa on the top side has to be very careful of Adam. The Fear Beyond Death is right around the corner. Soru doesn't quite land on the hook. The Public Execution gets onto Zaz, but he had a spell shield, so he doesn't care. We're having to flick across the whole map because there are 2 fights happening at once. The 4v4 and the 1v1. The Drake is getting started up. Nice hook again onto Liar, but that's just a Thresh. He is very, very tanky right now. He hits the hook as well, the other way. That's a much more powerful hook. Zaz gets a 4-man on the Pot Blossom, but he's actually losing out in the fight. They're getting the kills onto the Aphelios. Urza gets one of the top side storms. Gets flashed on. Linker goes over the top. Red and white, you're fighting against an Aphelios, and that is night-night. A massive 4-for-1 play coming through for the Crimson Flames, and they'll get the Drake as well.
He has red and white, and he wants to fight. You get punished for fighting against it without perfect setup. And Linker just gets himself another cast injection yet again. As you see, he just steps forward and ends up baiting out the Nika ult, but they don't actually go onto Linker during that fight. Linker pops the ultimate with the red good, ends up healing all of the damage that he takes, but he feels aggressive and just flashes over the wall to secure that next kill, and now he just gets to use the Q and just chases down Urza to end off the fight.
Humongous. Soru walking a little bit far up, as Storms hadn't been able to get that back away after taking the Drake. Did have to put the flash to escape this time round. The positive, if there is any for WSB, is that there are literally no flashes left for Crimson Flames. Dasa also had the flash on the top side where Adam was able to hold his. So if you're able to force a fight around this Rift Herald, then you're probably favoured. Saru has flash and has finally hit level 6. Adam also has his, so he might be able to get a reposition looking for something like a Fear Beyond Death. The Storms might be caught out here. Goes a little bit awkward, and actually it's the other way around. My bad. The Impale pulls Saru under and just caught out in the wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, it was a bit greedy there, wasn't it? Going in for that kill, but it's such a shame that 4-man Pot Blossom was glorious. It just wasn't the follow-up damage. If there was the death from below, just to finish that off, that would have just been the most beautiful execution ever, but sadly...
Unfortunately, he's still level 5.
Yeah, he was level 5, I know, and that just get your sticks and then you're ready to go, but hopefully, you know, if they reenact it again, then...
Studio gonna get...
No, I think he's okay. He's got...
Oh, yes, CS backup. Vic and Saru have managed to get their way down to the bot side. They spot this dive.
Link only has 10 bullets on blue.
Gotta
be careful.
He has Moonlight Vigil on blue. That does an insane amount of damage. I'm not sure either side wants to beat this 3v3, but the Pot Blossom connects. It's only a 1-man, but it's onto the 1-man that matters most. The Shen TP gets cancelled out entirely just by killing him. They didn't even like do it. They just
Close to the
destroyed
shield.
his shield.
Do you know
Does
why
Saru
as
have
well?
like serpents?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's got Serpent's Fang,
Massive.
so that absolutely cut through the shields. That's how to play, right? You've got the Shen, counter it, and Serpent's Fang is exactly. This is why this item exists. You can counter specific champions like the Stand United on the Shen.
Deta just wins this 1v1.
He does by a lot. Adam should be able to escape to his turret in time. Does have to flash, so a small negative on the back end of a very positive play. Getting another kill onto Linker, but he's still up once again. Another 1,000 gold lead for this guy. He seems to not be able to not get him, but there he is. Yeah, you called it out. He is getting cheesed on. They're off the map. You have to be very careful of them being somewhere they shouldn't be. And now Storms might have been caught out as well. He's going to get some Heartsteel procs before he dies, but it won't be many of them. Zaz a little bit late to rotate down to help him out. Got caught taking Blue Bar, so that's 2 kills for nothing. A beautiful play found by WSB. That's a very veteran move right there. Finding the side lane play where it doesn't look possible. Now Zaz has to be careful as well. Flash E doesn't quite land, but it doesn't matter. They have the hook. Death from below. And Saru picks up another.
Continues to roam the map, and they're like, you know what? ADC done, jungler done, mid lane, let's pick him off as well. And they finally, I mean, whether it's a plan or they're like, do you know what? Let's just go for it. And they now roam to the top side, gonna start taking the camps, and that's what they do. Like, got the power, the combination.
Storms has to be careful re-entering this as well.
Yeah.
Vic did use Smite to guarantee it, but that is Storms forced away once again. It feels like Vic hasn't been farming much this game, but when he has been, it's been in Storms' jungle. Sudlu's going to have to give up another turret. Flash hook! That's a minion wave, Liar. You don't get to hook through minion wave, not on this champion. They're going to lantern the Aphelios in, but Sudlu's very safe now.
Hook misses again.
He doesn't quite land it. I mean, Liar trying to make the play happen. It wasn't quite there. Storms going to go for the invade, but there is a wild Urza coming out of the brush, trying to protect his chicken nuggets. Saru has to be careful. Another serrated Dirk in his inventory. This guy is...
What? He missed... he missed the control.
Oh,
he's just going for the hits.
Oh, nice hook. Gets the stun as well. Storm's now caught in the middle of no man's land. He'll get through... He'd be in the middle!
He rooted in the wall. That was pretty good. That was crazy.
How are you allowed to be in the wall? He's still dead, right, guys? He's dead, right? Guys?
Yeah, no, your pike that's hunting you down. He's wasting a lot of time though. Yeah, he's out.
He's out.
There's a wave at the turret as well.
Yeah.
He's actually out.
Yeah, he gets out.
They commit 4 people to kill him, and he gets out.
Damn. Well played.
He didn't even have flash.
Vic's gonna get caught out by Lear and Linker here. Tudelu is around.
Oh, they go for the... yeah, that's Malzahar under turret. He has his button, which is called R. That
no, he has the no fun button. It's you don't get.
It really is.
Yeah.
Well,
and we did go to talk about the malignants. The one benefit is you're gonna have that
get
ability
more
on cooldown.
That's true.
And that means you can set up Linker and deny any engages from the likes of the Pike or Urza much more effectively because you have it on cooldown more often.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a bit of ultimate host. Just got to be careful.
Yeah, he's trying to defend his mid-tier 1 turret very much, but it's actually cost him his life. But he will go 2 for 1. I think he'll take that, especially another kill onto Linker. Getting some more money onto Tudelu, who's been struggling throughout today to really get any money.
Linker's been delayed his second item for a really long time now.
Yeah.
They're going to go for the Realm Warp here. Zaz is caught out now as well. Another connection. 3-man impale, but there is no one even close. The Mega Blast Cone sends him to safety. How is this Skarner escaping?
He is a magician, that's why. You need the magician.
I need to know who hit that Blast Cone.
Coming out soon. I think the Skarner did. I think Storms did.
I mean, he positioned himself over it, right? With the impale.
Yeah, I mean, he got the 3-man, but he's the only one there, so doesn't really kind of lead to anything. And WSB get their first Drake of the game. So I like their strategy at the moment. They're just kind of jumping them, finding the picks.
And a pause.
We have no pause.
Is the overlay bugged? It has CF getting that Drake.
Yeah, no, they did not get that Drake. It definitely went over to WSB.
Vic
I've got
is
it. Yeah, I've got it
unfortunately
on mine.
lagging,
Yeah.
so
I've got it
we
on
will
in-game.
have a little bit of a pause while we're getting through this. He's restarting his internet, so we might be a couple minutes here. This is a good time, though, to have a look through what's been going on this game, because it's been hectic, just like Game 1 and Game 2, right? We are at 26 kills in 20 minutes. Neither of these teams have heard of the
That's an
word
A-round
chill in their
goal.
lives.
Yeah. No, I
Linka
like
has
it. It's
more
good.
deaths than the first 2 games combined.
Big.
Oh, yeah, true.
He only had 1 in Game 2, but big.
3, yeah. 3 in the last game, was it? Or 2 or 3, yeah.
He only had 1 in Game 2, but he had, I think,
Oh,
3
only 1,
in
right.
Game 1.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, yeah, 3 in the first game, yeah.
Laya has overtook Saruman in XP.
Yep, that has happened. Then again, Pike has hit 6. He doesn't care anymore.
True.
Fresh can still get tankier. Pike can get a little bit more AD. Is it really worth it?
We
Doesn't
are
really
starting
matter.
to hit the point in the game where they've had this power spike and they are using it somewhat effectively, but ever so often 1 or 2 members are just getting caught out, which is keeping CF in this. And we're now about to hit that point in the game where it starts to swing in the favor of the scaling of CF. And they are not super far ahead, and the Drakes are in favor of CF.
Feels like that's happened every single game, doesn't it? Every time we look at these teams, it's like WSB are playing to brawl and hopefully get very ahead and snowball the game. CF are playing to stay in the game as long as possible, hyperscale ADC, hyperscale mid, 3 tanks around them, and have fun killing us late game. It's a massive clash of ideologies, and so far it's been working out very well for CF, but WSB have some glimmers of hope this game.
Yeah, I love the Realm War strategy, just delivering the kill squad into the face of the enemy. I'm like, do you know what? You're ranged. Here, let me teleport to you. And yeah, really nice. I mean, it seems like they've kind of, they're like, do you know what? Let's just go and hunt them down. Let's forget objectives. They've picked up that Drake at least. Rift Herald is up at the moment, but they've got to get some turrets. Yeah, but they do now. I mean, you could kill Linker all day, but if you don't get your turrets, you're not going to win the game, right? So no outer turrets taken as of yet is the key, I'd say, here at the moment. So bit of the split pushing. The Shen obviously doing well, holding the top. It's going to be hard to get past. Adam struggling there a bit.
Maybe going to be fine with starting this Atakan. Linker has Crescendum, and even if they just trade it for the Rift Herald, as we get a bit of spectator bugging delay to reset.
I thought it was just going to be me.
Linker should be setting himself up for the whole team to take this. You might see WSB contest it, but CF are fine if they do end up trading this. Because if they get Atakan, it helps them scale. If they get Rift Herald, they get gold onto Linker. But it seems like WSB are going to go for the fight on this instead. Adam does not have TP to join in. Tessa does have his
Having to run away. The Smite fight is going to be huge. It goes the way of Storms. He gets the Smite fight, but he is going to be sacrificed to the Wolves unless they can get it back around. They're going to try and throw the Lantern over, maybe? No, he's just going to fall. So it will just be a 1 for 0 for Atakan. I think you're happy to take that.
Oh, that's
nice hook gets rid of the spell shield of Zaz. They might look for the dive here. 4v3, 4v2 make that as Linker has escaped. He got himself an Infinity Edge, but here comes Vic with the Pot Blossom into the knockup coming through for the public execution of Urza. 2 for 1 as Saru was sacrificed. And they get mid-tier 1 and they get bot-tier 1. Great macro play. They just have to defend top now.
That would have gone so differently if Linker had ult. It was only 15 seconds away when he was behind this wall. He has blue gun and purple. He could just set up his entire team to turn around this fight.
Blue ult would be so nice here.
Yeah. Just kind of just take out the rest of the team. But they got a turret. They got almost 2 turrets there.
They got mid as
well. Yeah, no, exactly. So game's open a bit more now. Adam has got a bit of damage. He's got his...
He has
Titanic Hydra,
Titanic,
but no, we need the Black Cleaver. Saruman, man.
Oh,
Flash is in.
Doesn't get the stun, but will get the hook, pulls him back. Flash from Adam as well with the flip back. That is a very dead looking Dasa, right, guys? Right, guys? He doesn't go into execute range. Now Storms pulls him back with the Impale. Dasa gets the double kill. Perfect time for Storms to get up there. it appears that the top support duo is not enough to get the kills, and now Urza is caught up in the lane as well. Linker has managed to make his way up to the top side. Nice Q coming in from the Nico. Urza looking to escape, sends in a clone to get pulled by the Skarner, but Urza will still fall. Rift Herald has a couple more minutes before it falls away in favour of the Baron. As we have another look at this play, I thought they'd have the damage from the executants. Clearly, Saruman thought they would too, but Dasa able to hang on, and then beautiful Impale, body blocking the Fear Beyond Death as well. There wasn't even a thought in Adam's mind of going for that ultimate through the Skarner. Great play from Storms.
Yeah, survived, and his Dessa held on long enough for his team to come help him. And yeah, you need a Black Cleaver to take down that Shen. So yeah, sadly no kill in the end. Root down too, but
it's not really a play you can make, and yeah. Earlier on, you could look for those plays and they weren't as greedy, but now it's just not possible, especially when your top laner is 3 levels down into Dasa, right? Adam is having a rough time. That's a tank Shen, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
He just did half of his health with like a grasp proc. He does have Titanic, so it's not a pure tank, but that was an insane amount of damage to come through. Dasa is crushing this side lane. Adam not able to withstand the pure damage and sustain that Shen provides. And the 4v4 has to be going better for WSB if they're going to be playing the 1v1 in such a rough matchup as it is right now.
Yeah.
As we have the 4th Drake spawning up in 30 seconds, Baron will also be ticking over instead of Reftailed at the same time. And as it is a
this is not Soul. This is not Soul.
This is not
it
for
looks
Soul.
Like it is on the overlay, but it is not Soul.
And it is a Chemtech Rift as well, so it is one of the lower priority Drakes, so it means that Baron is the main key factor to play for on the map, but once they both tick over.
Taking Baron early, though, is still very difficult. Even when they pushed it back to 25, it's not a guarantee by any means, especially in the 5v5. Looking instead towards the straight, which is an easy objective to take, and Laya has been caught out of position. He's just going to fall instantly.
Wow.
Saru picks up with the death from below, and that might just be Drake going instantly. I'm surprised that Adam actually TP'd into mid instead of TPing straight to bot, because CF have just given this one up instantly, but there will be bot tier 2 given over because of the poor TP choice.
Yeah, Linker's just going to push mid. He didn't get to it. Of red and white bullets left.
He did, yeah.
Wait, is bot tier 2 fallen?
Oh, not that one. No, sorry, no. Mid had. Yeah, that's why I got really confused because it showed the notification.
Oh,
Urza misses it well. Gets the top cross, but Linker flashes away from it. Gets caught by the root and caught up as well by the public execution. Surely Linker falls. There he goes eventually. The Nether Grasp holding on to the mid lane of Urza, but that is all he will do. Dasa altered in to get into this play, but he will also go down. He managed to kill Saru. That's a bit of a shock. So 3 for 2. Oh, 3 for 3.
Yeah, yeah.
When did he get the third one? Wait, what? What is this shit?
He found Rise earlier than
Let's
the
have another look through this play. A beautiful public execution onto Linker. Coming through for the Tangle Barbs. He was caught out, completely rooted. Zaz also falling. And then Dasa got one. Oh, that was Toodaloo there, and then he got the third one at the end. I didn't realize he got... He must have got someone else earlier that I hadn't noticed. He must have killed Urza at the start, right?
Yeah,
he got the kill to Urza. That makes more sense. Well, a 3 for 3, salvaged by Dasa, but still the macro play will go the way of WSB. They had the tempo advantage, able to get up to the top side, claim another turret. And you pointed out earlier, that's what they need if they want to get this game going. Unfortunately for them, they've got to get this game going into a now 3-item Aphelios. They have a 3-item APC of their own. Toodaloo keeping up with gold for the first time today. 3 items of his own, but 3 crit items into 3 massive AP items. I'm honestly not even sure which way I take it, but I definitely take Linker in this series as Laya is caught out once again. I might not take the support, but I would definitely take the ADC right now as Linker is having himself a day. Unfortunately, Laya caught out this time round. They might even look Baron.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Storms has to be careful not to go too early. They will start.
No one else is around just yet.
The blue ward, I believe, has been spotted by the control.
That is quite far away still.
Down to 6k.
Yeah,
Get the control in the pit. They know that it's being started, but the E is awful from Storms. He's caught out entirely. You're gonna have to flash over the top lane. It goes to Vic this time. He wins the coin flip. He gets the smite, and now he's gonna go for the pop blossom. A humongous pop blossom 1 to 3. Zaz has to go golden, but it's way too late. He gets caught as well by the pike from below. They're actually winning the fight potentially here. It's gone 2 for 2, 2 for 3 make that. As now Storms at Dasa left alone with just Urza and Saru against them. Dasa, though, is the Kuiper carry from top lane. He gets his way onto Saru, and it's Urza running away for his life. Is he going to be able to escape? He has no flash. Dasa should be able to chase him down here. Urza has a little bit of energy, can get off the wave, but the taunt surely is coming through. Here comes Lyre once again. The play back in, and that is a dead Urza. The Baron has been claimed, but it is instantly fallen off all 5 as the ace comes through for the Flames.
Wow. Well, let's just walk through that again, shall we? I mean, yeah, the Baron, fortunately does go to Vic. Great pop blossom in. Takes down the ADC immediately, straight away. Zaz trying to hold on with his stopwatch, but unable to survive. Dessa comes in, and meanwhile it's him and Storms kind of taking the damage, but he's just... That Titanic Hydra has done so well to just do so much shredded damage. That AoE damage, yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's like shredding at that point. He's got so much health, so much damage, and he's not really taking that much damage himself. So, yeah, no kind of percentage health, anything against him. So, Dessa, the man to carry CF, possibly.
And this is the issue, right? When you're playing with WSB, like, they don't have their normal bot lane today. They're having to mix up these teams. They have a top laner playing bot lane. He's not on an ADC. He can't just build Blade of the Ruined King and have your default, oh, there's a Giga tank on the other team. Let's build Blade of the Ruined King. It's not a thing today. Saru has to be careful. Was that a never grasp move by Zaz? Did Zaz use ult when he cancelled it?
Yeah, he did.
Did he cancel it?
Maybe, I think so.
Is this a cage roll?
Yeah, he's cage roll again.
Yeah, it has gone away on the UI, so it seems like he has cancelled it.
He cancelled it!
Fair enough. Yeah, but I mean, you could go kind of...
He's gonna get it back super quick with that Malignance, though.
Where was that? Realm Warp, right the way to the back. Zaz is actually caught out. Has to go golden, dodges the hook by doing it. Flashes towards his team. He now has a spell shield as well. From Vic, this guy on the Nico is completely unstoppable. A 4-man ultimate once again, and Linker just doesn't have the safety he did on the other champions that he's played today. Gets caught out once again, and without him, they have such little damage. What an... this guy is not allowed to play Nico. He is completely unstoppable.
Yeah, crazy. 8 kills, 19 assists. He is doing his part, and clearly gods can bleed because...
27 out of 29.
Yeah, involvements, right? So, obviously, slamming and getting rid of the Stand United, what shield goes as Lyre is going to go down here, I think. Get the kill. Lyre is hooking him.
Hey,
he's going to get 2. No, Urza should be okay. Yeah,
he's got 1,000 shields. It's Ambessa.
Yeah, crazy. So, let's see that fight again.
Zaz having to flash away, but the pop blossom again. Just about reaching, but it gets onto Linker, and that's all that matters. Oh, I love this guy's Nico. It's such an odd pick, but he does it so well.
Nico Jungle, man. I'm gonna try that out myself. You know, yeah.
Like, you will try it out yourself, and then you'll find out that it sucks when you play it. But he's just he's just insane.
Hey, excuse me. Yeah.
No, it's not.
I'm speaking from personal experience.
I don't think it's that difficult. I think it's reasonable.
Yeah, I think it's alright. I mean, it's the engage, right? Because it's the walk in, the rock belt into the 4-man, right? That's kind of the real make or break. So smashing that and just got to get some got to get some shred now. Really, I mean, Shen. Yeah, if he's in the fight, obviously he can do it. He's been pushing that top lane pretty hard. He's going to carry on, but Rise is here. Can he take?
He has a lot of armor. He doesn't have much MR, so. He might just look to back in the alcove. Toodaloo going to look to stop that.
Yeah,
here comes the Pike.
All 4 members are rotating up for this.
Pike does absolutely nothing, but the Rise definitely does. Storms is going to abandon his top lane. He knows that it's done.
TP.
Instead, he will just TP out because they use all their CC early. They had nothing to stop him teleporting away to safety. Just when you thought you had him caught.
He got out of there.
Linker has been holding onto his ultimate for a very, very long time. He keeps trying to find these 5 4-man ultimates. Sometimes it's better to use it rather than stepping too far forward and getting caught by Vic on these countless attempts.
Oh, he's
Imperial lands onto Adam. He's been pulled. That's instant death. Laya has been pulled pretty low as well. But Toodaloo has to flash over the wall. Nice flash away. Shen is ulting onto Laya. They'll send it onto Toodaloo. He is absolutely out of there as well. A 2 for 0, and Linker gets another one of the kills as well. That'll be another one found. Nice hook again. Laya is doing work. Unfortunately, there's no objectives right now, but Urza is actually pushing in onto the bot tier 3 as well. So objective-wise, this has actually gone the way of WSB, but a 3 for 0 is a nice timing play found. Baron's 15 seconds away. Maybe they can go for it.
Linker has the correct guns if they wanted to take it quickly.
True.
Yeah, I think they could have set it up. It looks like, I mean, they're pink.
They're going to go for the
so, yeah, they're going for it. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Dasa does not care at all about Pike this game. They are going to turn around, go for it on spawn. Linker just going to burst through this. Like Swiss cheese, he's got about 1,000 holes already. Going to keep on increasing. Storms will get the smite. So Baron at least coming off that play. Let's see what they can do with this.
As I said, if Vic is catching out Linker, trying to fish for these angles to get these 5-man ultimates consistently, so the easiest way to stop that from happening is to turn onto Vic before the fight can even start properly. And he gets caught under that turret, massively out of position by Storms. Yes, it's a single man impale, but if you take away their main engage threat, it just makes the fight so much easier to turn around and chase down.
It is only now occurring to me that I got baited out by the fact that Nico was playing as Urgot.
Right.
I have only just seen it in the replay, and the fact that you said it yourself. I did not even realize that was Vic. I thought that was Adam the whole time. That is huge.
No, yeah.
One impale as well. Storms.
Yeah.
Doing really well.
Yeah. He's 2 deaths, but that.
He's got like 7,000 health.
By the way. The overlay may not say, but this is Chemsol for WSB instead of CF.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god!
Whoa. He's gone.
He's gone.
Where'd he go?
Welcome to the phase of the game where Pike has fallen off the cliff. He is officially on the beach.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Saru is just dead. And now mid-tier 3 will be the prize. They don't care about the Drake that's spawning in 10 seconds just yet. Do the Flames. They instead want mid-inhib. They want the next 5 minutes of prio.
For the end?
They can't really look at the end unless they hit a stun like that. A massive hook onto Vic. He goes to the bottom. Oh man! Zaz goes golden, but it's a little bit late. He doesn't dodge the damage, and they got a little bit greedy looking for that play. It's a fear beyond death. Storms is the only one left alive. He will also fall, and it's going to be a 5 for 2. And one of them was from 50 minutes ago, when Saru died way ago. A humongous pop loss from Vic, getting it off just before he gets caught out. A 5-man, they're all in the circle. Let's have a look at that again. Oh my god, this guy!
Only thing keeping any of them alive was a single Zonya's Hourglass for Zaz. Dessa gets executed, and his health bar seemed like it was much shorter than normal.
Yeah, and that is Chemsol as well. Yeah. And we point out that it's not as wanted as other Souls, but you're looking at the team that you're playing on. You have an Ambessa. Who likes having more shield than Ambessa? Who likes having more resistances when you're low than Ambessa? Who likes dealing more damage when you're low than Ambessa? This is an Urza Soul if ever I saw one. Saru also now getting to maybe live a little bit longer, live a little bit on the edge. And if Vic goes low like he just did, that Pot Blossom's going to do even more damage next time.
Holy moly, yeah. I mean, it's basically like doing true damage towards the end, isn't it? With that Shadow Flame. So yeah, massive. I mean, that turned the tide. I was waiting for Vic to pull it out, and he did. Like, it's just
it's like clockwork.
Came through. Yeah, so good. Yeah, so really interesting now what the teams do. I mean, you've got the Soul. No Baron up yet. Couple of minutes for that. So a bit of a lull in terms of objectives. Clear your wards. And
Saru finds his way onto Dasa. Doesn't get the stun though because he has a sword to dash away to. TP actually came through from Adam there. A little bit preemptive. No objective, as you were just saying, for the next 2 minutes. So it's not that bad. But it does cost your macro just a little bit. You're forced to have that Urgot in mid for the foreseeable future. Let's see if Crimson Flames can make a macro play off of this, as we are still quite a ways away from anything meaningful being on the Rift. But it doesn't mean that nothing's going to happen. These two teams are happy to just fight over nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Just might as well fight. They're actually sat on the ward as well, not even realising that.
So it's now Urza matching Dasa.
Yeah, I think he can take him if he plays it right. He's got the Black Cleaver, but it'd be a tough one.
Unfortunately, he has no NG because he didn't auto anything during that wave, so...
Right.
Oh, well, wow, they found their way right onto Dasa. There is 5 of them here.
Got him.
He might actually be caught out this time. Flashes over the wall. The hook just misses by a millimeter, and he's out.
Gets out.
The speed from the
TP though.
TP
though. That's flash and TP off of the Shen.
As recall, yeah, I don't think he realised.
Gets the public execution lined up for Urza perfectly. The hook into the ultimate. Storm's gonna have to take a lantern away, as well as another ultimate coming through from Dasa. So he's used every bit of mobility he has. Saru takes half of his health from nothing. Nether Grasp onto Toodaloo, but he doesn't care. He has a humongous shield coming through from Saras. Vic gets only one. That's a flash away from Lincoln to get away from the pop loss, but a humongous play by him. Gets away from the massive ultimate that Vic was looking for. He also has GA as well. Big thing to point out, as it is a 4v4. They lose support for APC. That's massive for Crimson Flames, but Dasa is still very low. Gets hooked away as well, but Saru not quite there for the execute. Isn't quite low enough. Is Dasa now continue this push in?
Down.
Yeah, I mean Linker had to flash away from the pop loss. He didn't. He loses the game right there. A massive flash found, and Saru keeps on fishing. He's so close with these hooks, but he can't quite land them onto Dasa. Baron is now starting to be an option. Let's see what these teams look for. And Saru once again looking in the area. He's going very bold. He is very far forward. They are not on the Baron. They are just going to kill you for free. He gets a little bit of space, actually. Urza's managed to get his way onto Zaz. Zaz is now very low. Dasa, though, caught in the backline. Vic has his ultimate, but he hasn't used it. And Linker is just going to survive. The Nethergrass now catching Adam, flashing away is all he can do. And I believe that might just be the end of the MLS. Dasa may have overstepped. He's actually going to get caught up by the root of Toodaloo instead. Linker's on the bot side, red and white, looking to just kill. The Realm Warp takes him straight into Lyre. He just gets one rotation. That's disgusting. But Zaz is turning back up. No flash just yet. Toodaloo
and it's taking away the waves.
What is that shield? Where is that shield even come from? That wasn't even a Seraph's. What is that shield?
I don't know.
He just got killed for more than his health bar.
Yeah, he's got a rune, I think, maybe. No, it wasn't the
I know he has 10 tech soul, but what on earth is that?
It was the Seraphs that came through, isn't it? Because I could see it's on cooldown there.
Oh, it's not on cooldown on the overlay. Right.
Did it
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Before I guess that turret.
Yeah, definitely was the Seraphs, yeah.
Okay.
There's a huge shield, though.
Elder is spawning in 20 seconds, folks. People only just getting onto the Rift, and Linker is now green and blue. He's going to spam through both of those, try and get rid of them as fast as possible, try and get back around. But unfortunately, you need something to hit if you want to get through purple as well, which he has to get through if he wants to get back to red and white to fight over this Elder. It is now starting to... oh, no, it's a minute early. Oh, my God. The timings. Elder is not here in 20 seconds.
It's here in one minute there. Minute and 20. Yeah.
Now,
no, some
probably
weird
50 seconds.
Happening. Yep.
Oh, I got baited.
You got baited. Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
That's a claim.
That's fair. I was like, wait,
everyone's getting baited.
Yeah.
Baron is still on the flames, so they have that to work with. The gold lead now starts to become less and less relevant, but a hook like that is more and more relevant. Lyre going over the wall, actually. He's going to send it way too deep. Flashes back, but he is still dead. And now it is Zaz caught out as well in the middle of nowhere. This is very dangerous. The ultimate coming through. Storm's running away, gets rooted. The public execution lands. That is a very dead-looking Scorpion. A massive impale. He gets caught in the fear beyond death. A one-man, though, there's a dead Nico already. Toodaloo tries to trade onto Zaz, but he will fall. The mid lane diff coming through, and now it is just Adam with the support, Saru isn't there. He has no ultimate. A 3v1 for the Pike to save the game, to save the series, to save the MLS. Can Flames end it off this play? No hook land. Has to E away, and unfortunately for Saru, he just gets caught by a little bit of blue. Linker finishing off as he started off this game, as he started off this series, winning another season of the MLS. Crimson Flames take down Season 10 in your final ever game. 40-39, I believe, was the kill score, which is absolutely insane. But Crimson Flames picking it up, and they win 3-0 on the day.
Yeah, Linker had a really quiet game, but when it mattered to finish out the game, he finally, after searching for it for the entire length of the game, finds the Aphelios ult onto the back line and absolutely shreds them with the blue gun, and it just turns the flight in an instant and doesn't get caught by Vic on the back end of it.
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah, you just kind of saw health bar out of nowhere. And like, what's happening is this Spaghetti Coburn gets the ultimate off. Finally, you said well, Torium. He was building up, trying to find that for that 5-man. He gets it, and it wins the game. It wins the series. It wins the MLS for Crimson Flame. A 3-0, but a pretty close 3-0, I'd say. Game 2 obviously was a bit stronger, but that's probably the closest 3-0 you're going to get. Watch Smegma Bin. Great to watch and really added a bit of flavour to this final.
Yeah, indeed. Good to see a lot of the admins as well getting together, having some fun on the final day. We would have liked, of course, the main team that actually made it through to the finals to be here, but unfortunately with scheduling, that was just not an option. So I'm glad that everyone else was able to step up, step in, have some fun. And I think everyone would agree, Crimson Flames the deserved winners coming through, so I don't think anyone's going to go home angry after this one. Maybe just a little bit sad that we don't get to do this again.
Yeah, we're all moving on, but what a corker to finish the MLS. And, we've had the veterans, the newbies, the rookies, some lingerers, some people filling in. We got everyone, so I think we're going to get a cheeky interview, of course, as always. But a shout out, of course, to all the players across the tournament, across the seasons, and for producer Pandy for putting the show on as well. It's been entertaining so far, hasn't it? And I believe Storms is going to be the one for the interview, which I think we'll have to jump over.
Looks like he'll get dragged in. He'll get dragged in eventually.
Yeah, we get dragged in.
Hello, Storms.
Hello.
How are you feeling after winning the MLS? Let's start there.
I guess really good. It's definitely like a team effort that we put out, and I think we came prepared, but it's also a little bit how do you call it? It's the final season, so I just want to first of all give a big shout out to Adam, Simo, Jack, and Pandy, and also the casters for the production value. It's been amazing. And a big shout out to my team as well.
Yeah. How are you feeling going into the final, I guess? I mean, up against, obviously, eventually it's a kind of a medley team, right? And, a mixture of champions. And then, of course, you saw that quite a mixture of compositions. How are you kind of guys prepping going into the final?
Yeah, I guess it's not optimal to have like a very, very different team to play against. But in a sense, we did prep a bit, and our game plan is always pretty straightforward. Just keep a link alive. So normally I'm put on tanks. Dessa normally plays tanks. Zest is our control mage on mid, and I just counters whatever comes at us, and that's mainly it.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that in all 3 games today, right? You got stuck on tank duty. It's a little bit rough in game 1 and game 2 for you personally, but how do you feel, when you're sacrificing that much for your teammates, when it actually comes through and it works? How does that feel for you?
well, then it's worth it, I guess. So yeah, in a sense, tank duty, but still, it works out. Like I told the guys beforehand, I'm down to drop CS and down to drop XP, whatever. If we just get 2 objectives or keep Link alive. Like many times I've been bot when my bot camps weren't up, but just because Link was around and he needed attention, so that's mainly the game plan.
Yeah, and it worked very well. Well, you got anything?
Just how does it feel playing against mages in the bot lane rather than playing against traditional picks?
Well, I think that's maybe a better question you could ask to our bot lane. But we kind of did figure out like Toodaloo was gonna pick these kind of champs. But yeah, I feel like they felt really comfortable on bot.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, back and forth, right? I mean, it wasn't necessarily straightforward. It's 3-0, obviously. You won every game, but you know, it wasn't winning start from finish, was it? So, how did you guys kind of, you know, turn it around when, you know, they seemed kind of they're on top a bit, and you know, you're saying obviously just kind of stay alive and push through. But you know, did you ever feel you strayed too much from your game plan, or you had to kind of adapt a bit?
Yeah, I think game 1 was a bit more scrappy than normal. I think game 2 was maybe a more standard game for us. But yeah, game 1 could have gone both ways actually.
Game 1 was crazy.
It was a crazy game. It was really nice actually to play on.
I'm surprised how fast game 1 was. Well, like it didn't feel like it at the moment, but like that was like a 33-minute game, was it? It was like just everyone was going nuts both ways.
Relatively quick, yeah.
Bro, there were so many kills, and also the penta from Link came in clutch when we needed it the most. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, it was a really good night.
Yeah, and now obviously MLS finishing. You know, how do you guys go on from this? Do you know you're gonna continue playing together in other leagues and go from this? How do you?
Well, actually, we are disbanding as a team. So like Dessa was here as a top laner,
right.
but he is a ADC main, so he's gonna play ADC, and I'm officially gonna retire. So I'm not gonna play any competitive games. I'm gonna try and stay off League. Because it's toxic as hell.
You'll never leave.
Yeah, just settle down, like have a kid, you know. That's mainly it.
Yeah, the family life. Yeah.
So it's the family life.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, Torim, any thoughts? Yeah,
we're gonna try and get as many people as possible because this is the end. Like this is a big moment for everyone, right? This is
maybe Storms. Any highlights from the season then after the final? You know, any ones that jump out for you? Any moments that you've enjoyed the most?
Biggest highlight. Well, I think we just play really well in playoffs. But also the games that we did lose or just barely, that we just couldn't win. Those are definitely the highlights.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing really particularly. I feel like maybe on a personal level, some steals, but that's it. That's just my style.
I saw Atakan.
Yeah. Had to stay though. So I died, but
that was worth it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I mean, did you, you know, from the start of the season, did you think you were gonna make it this far? You know, did you have the faith at the start? Did it, you know, did you think you're gonna make it to the final and win it all?
Well, we did find some hurdles because, like, we had what was it, Washed Up and Whisper Team or Whisper Carriers. They were like also joined first with us. Like, there were 3 teams that were actually like really good. Or at least had so many wins. So yeah, we were definitely looking out for them. So when one Washed Up got beaten by BBB, we were kind of lucky because we lost in the last week against Washed Up. and yeah, we kind of didn't see it coming that Whisper's team would lose, but yeah, it's kudos to
That's a which team lost.
Smack. Yeah, kudos to Smack for doing that.
Well, if you guys have a look in Twitch chat right now, we have a prediction of who the finals MVP was. I don't think this is a difficult prediction, but make sure you get your channel points in anyway. I mean, that is definitely a prediction, unfortunately, Pandy.
We can't predict it. Yeah, still do a vote.
That ain't no poll.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close toss-up. I mean, it was seemingly Linker all the way until I think Dessa was basically the reason I think you guys, held on really. I mean, the Shen pick was flying the flag really for you guys for Crimson Flame, right?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like Dessa really popped off last game. Yeah, definitely a good show for his last match. And yeah, we had a saying in our team like it's we win through Link or we lose through Link. So yeah, that's mainly it.
Yeah, that was good. And you know, your jungle plays as well. You held on, the Skarner at the end. Getting those ultimates and holding on. You got probably a bit jumped a bit from their kill squad sometimes, I guess. But I guess you just did your part and fed Linker as hard as you could and got the win.
Yeah, exactly. I also caught some smoke from Link when I tried to ward Nico sometimes, and then I think when we were diving their Nexus, like we were a little bit thinking about going yes or no in or out, and then we went in, and then I arced the Nico and I pulled it towards her team. That was not my best play, but yeah, it was a fun play. It was fun to watch.
That was a huge 5-man ult that came from it as well. That was insane.
Yeah, I mean,
we thought the game was going to turn off that.
Yeah, Vic can Venmo me. That's good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Toodaloo, you are muted, buddy. If you want to talk to us, please do, because that was some series to send off the MLS. Please, Toodaloo, you there? Toodaloo!
It's gone.
He's not there. Well, I guess we keep asking Storms some fun stuff, because that was still such a banger series. Toodaloo has no perms. Pandy, this might be a you issue, buddy. We'll get Toodaloo in here in just a second. He's still muted. He's still muted. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, well, this is definitely a him issue then. He's suppressed.
He's gone.
Okay.
He'll come back.
We'll work this out in a second.
I think repressed.
There we go. He's back. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Hello.
Toodaloo. Hello.
Oh, hi. How's it going, guys?
It's all good. How are you feeling after that type of grand finals? It was absolute chaos, which is what I've come to expect from the MLS. But as someone who's been here a lot longer than me, how do you feel about that being the send-off?
Yeah, it was chaos. As you're actually just talking then about that Skarner roll at the end, and we watched it back because the Skarner went untargetable. We were like, what, does he have something in his kit that does that? But it was actually the Urgot ult made him untargetable.
No way.
But because he was untargetable, he ended up getting like the full duration of his ult. So we were just stood in the middle of CC.
Yeah, the last fight.
And then the Aphelios ult comes over and just one-shots us. It was it's so unlucky. I didn't think that could be rehearsed
crazy.
again. Yeah.
So many crazy interactions you get in this game. It's just part
It's
of it.
spaghetti, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, that's just, craziness and craziness, but you guys held on so well. Looking back, holding onto your base, the 5-man ult from Vic was huge.
Yeah, but honestly, we went skits when he did that. He just kept on doing them. We were like, oh, another 5-man, oh, another 4-man.
Yeah. And I think that was the thing that really stopped Crimson Flames from actually winning early, right? Because if Linker was able to shoot 3 autos in a fight, they just kind of win.
Yeah, but he wasn't allowed to. It was just the Nico show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, beautiful.
Well,
yeah, it was close, and I really liked. I thought we had a good chance game one. There was a bit of an ink call at the end to try and finish it off, but we had a couple of them in their base.
I'll be honest.
Oh, what? Saying back out, don't do it. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're sharing the screen. Yeah, but yeah. So what was the plan really? Talk us through your strategy. It was great to see like the picks. I mean, like, was it just kind of go all out and?
I don't play AD carries.
Yeah.
So it was. I don't know. I don't know if
Plays
it was
to your strengths,
egotistical
I
to
guess.
see like you're all gonna play the way I want to play, but I feel like with Urza and Vic, they play weird shit. Saruman will play weird shit, and then we've got our solid Rockman in top. So it was just like, what weird stuff can we do? We had an idea for I had an idea for Game 4 to do like a full trap, like HIV sort of like disease-ridden
Infected,
yeah, with
Emo,
like
Niddly,
Shaco, yeah,
Take
Emo, Yorick.
Yeah,
we just didn't get there.
Emo,
unfortunately.
stop learning. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, well, crazy series. So what a way to finish the. Commiserations, really, almost taking it to, if not a game 5. And of course the Storms again. Congrats to Crimson Flame winning Medway League Series for Season 10, and we will hand over to the Rockman himself for the final time. Mr. Malphite, welcome to the chat, and thank you for us for this great series and this great league.
Yeah. I mean, do you want? I haven't got my camera handy, so I don't know. I think I need OBS on for it. All right, that's fine.
Yeah. We never see you, Adam. You know, just got to be your voice.
Wait, can I turn it on? Does it work? Nah, it's broken. Whatever. I mean, it's been 10 years of the MLS, 13 years of my involvement with the gaming society. We've had countless different teams win. I think most players potentially have won it at least once. You know, the sort of ebb and flow of what's in meta, what people enjoy, how much people practice. I think all I can really say to people is I hope that you enjoyed yourself. It's been a great 10 years. People keep saying, you know, do it again, but it's getting everyone together each year is quite difficult. I think people's priorities are beginning to shift. So I think this really is going to be it. So I just hope everyone enjoyed themselves. I hope they made some friends. I hope they made some memories. And yeah, other than that, I guess this is MLS signing off for the final time. Peace.
Thanks, Adam.